Couldn't do that for about 3 days, right? Remember this time last week, we were all pumped up, ready to go. Have you come to grips with it yet? I have. I just realized it's, it's one thing we can be grateful for. We've had a fierce, tough team for 4 to 5 years. So one thing we've always been excited about is every season, right? We get there, but the thing that disturbs me the most, last year's team against the Eagles and this year's team, man, those teams were friggin' tough, really tough. Now, can it get any tougher? I mean, and okay, when you look at the defense this year, it was a little less. No, it wasn't a little less. It was a lot less than last year. So, maybe we're going to talk about that now, I guess, aren't we? But I said Murphy's Law raging in San Francisco. Anything that can go wrong, you better believe it's going to go wrong. What are the chances? The ball floats all the way down the field through midair, hits Darrell Luter in the back of the damn leg. What are the odds of that happening? They're probably high, but the thing is, they shouldn't. He's a 49er. Why couldn't it fall and hit a Chief or something like that? No, it has to hit one of our guys. And not downfield any length, right on the 10 damn yard line. What? WTF? There's our guy trying to get the ball, he can't get it. These are not things that have to do with the other team. The Chiefs didn't beat the 49ers. The 49ers beat the 49ers again. So I'm just wondering how long can that go on and when will it stop? Anyway, 49ers released DC Steve Wilkes. Controversial overtime coin toss decision, Super Bowl 58. I want to hear what you got to say about that tonight, fam. Anyway, as I say, nobody can condemn the 49ers. Nobody can condemn the 49ers of not being one of the most competitive teams in the NFL over the past 5 years. In fact, they were the toughest thing in the NFC. The standards for excellence have been established regarding the Shanahan Lynch era. Anything less than perfection or near perfection is pretty much unacceptable at this point. Hence, poor coach Steve Wilkes may have been judged due to that mandate. Also, the Chiefs applauded the Niners wanting the ball first during the Super Bowl overtime. The question is why? Man, what are your feelings on that? I have no idea. I look at both sides of that coin. We're going to the phones for your take on this excuse me, the dismissal of DC Steve Wilkes. Also, would you have chose to kick or receive during that overtime? Oh, family, but upon initially hearing the news about Steve Wilkes firing, I immediately thought, Shanahan, you're scapegoating, you're pissed off, you're mad. What are you doing? The defense played stellar that game. Kyle, the offense bit the friggin' dust. Are you going to fire him now? And then I thought about it more and looked into it. Okay, I get it. You can't, defensive rating from last year, we went from number 1 to number 12. That'll never do. And the personnel was probably, Talanoa Hufanga left. Also, he got hurt. I mean, Jimmy Ward left. Fact of the matter is, the secondary was probably better than usual, but we don't need just the secondary to play. And if that's Wilkes' forte, that's all he can do. I can understand where the frustration might lie with the 49er organization. Because they're number 26 against the run. That's an embarrassment. When's the last time we ranked number 26 against the run? Eric Armstead out and all, but that is you still. We're damn near the bottom. That's not acceptable. So as bad as I feel for Coach Wilkes, I can see where it's probably necessary. My only question is, who are they going to put in his place now? Now, hopefully, uh, somebody even mentioned his name up there. The guy that just left the Chargers. Hell no. This dude, man. And in fact, actually, that dude is from, what's that guy's name? Anyway, he came over from, I mean, the dude was out there. He had Joey Bosa in coverage. You know, he's in the Nick Fangio group, and that's why we don't run. We run a 4-3 in San Francisco. We don't need. Ooh, I don't want to see any more defensive linemen in coverage ever again. But that's going to be hopefully. You know what, really, fam? Don't you think it would be best if they go ahead and get somebody from within the organization that's seen and done what the things that actually worked? Continue that pace or that area. I don't. Fred Warner and some other guys on the team were not happy. I think Nick wasn't real pleased with what was going on because he said something about that at the beginning of the season. He wasn't rude about it, but he made clear that he wasn't happy with the defensive setup. So you know it's really funny though. I mentioned Joey Bosa. You know I think Joey's available. Nick's already said, yeah, if the deal can be made to work. You know, Nick knows he can't go out there and pay Joey Bosa $100 million every year. He also wants to see Chase Young return by his side as well. But he's also being, because I was concerned about Nick's feelings if we didn't sign Chase Young. And then the Joey Bosa thing came up and says, oh, you know how much Joey and Nick would love to play on the same team, and do you know how every team in NFL would not like to see that happen? Because the fact of the matter is, the commissioner may even actually delete that, deal. You can't do it. The Bosa brothers on the same team. Joey's been having problems staying healthy, but I don't know. There's something about players. When they're really having a good time, they don't get hurt. You notice that? We had a couple guys play, Javon Hargrave and Eric Armstead had a meniscus. I didn't know he had a meniscus issue. They never mentioned that to us. I thought it was a plantar fasciitis, right? I don't know what you thought. Javon's got a thumb condition going on. They just bit the bullet and went out there and played. So, but personnel-wise, fam, I just don't see. What are you going to do to make that roster? It was fiendish this past year as far as player personnel. And that's one of the things that went into the decision to make with Steve Wilkes. If he can't get this team to work, he can't get any team to work. You got to get the front line, the defensive front, and the secondary to be able to work together. I think that's why the word is now it's going to be a linebacker coach or somebody we've got, because linebacker coach, of course, knows how to make those both sides work, right? Because he plays in the middle. So, of course, that's why D'Amico and Robert Saleh were Robert Saleh didn't play, but D'Amico was the ideal coach. He's over doing good things in Texas, so he's not coming back. But, and the coin toss, fam, okay, I understand what Kyle said. He's going to go down and get a touchdown and end the game. But being that the other team was going to the Kansas City Chiefs were going to get the ball back, Kyle, did you think this over? I mean, did you really go over this in your head? Okay, because that's Patrick Mahomes over there. One touchdown, maybe want to let him get... And then the 49ers would have had to come back and play defense against Mahomes and see if they could stop him, or let them have the ball first. Mahomes comes right down and scores, and we can't. I don't see a win-win situation in that coin toss. A lot of people are livid. The Chiefs were happy that the 49ers wanted to take the ball first. I just don't get it. Help me understand. What's the benefit of letting the Chiefs have the ball? I mean, have the Chiefs receive first, because our defense wasn't Well, no. Our defense did do a good job on this particular Sunday. Maybe they would have held. No, we scored 3 points. They did not hold. So it just goes to show. In hindsight, we should have scored. And also, and I don't appreciate Feliciano doing what he did by going, airing that and putting Burford on blast on social media, but still, Burford, the offensive line has got to be addressed this year. My God, Kyle, you've got to do it. Bite the bullet. Don't get a defensive player. Do not. You've got to get an offensive lineman. 2, 3 of them. Man, it's rough, isn't it? You got a team that's right there. They're right there at the door. And suddenly Murphy's Law comes swooping in every damn time. Hell, the Chiefs weren't that good this year, fam. They just weren't. And we were. And they still found a way to wiggle past the 49ers. But they wiggled past also the Bills. They got past. The Ravens played a stupid game, though. They probably deserve that. But the fact of the matter is the Ravens were a better team than the Chiefs. They were way better. I told you I didn't want anything to do with the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Because the fact of the matter, they have a knack for slipping through the cracks and crevices, even though they sucked at some areas. Hell, Kadarius Toney was told he wouldn't be able to play because of the fact that he's too big of a liability. He's got Valdez-Scantling and a rookie named Sheree Rice. Travis Kelce's on the sideline half the time. We did a good job against him, I suppose. The running back, he's okay. But we did a good job against stopping the run. But they still won the damn game. We were better than they were, way better. For the first half, we were quite a bit better. In the second half, all of a sudden, the wheels fell off. Luter gets hit in the back of the leg. That game was ours, fam. It was. There's no doubt in my mind. They did not outplay the 49ers. They got away with murder, but they did not outplay the Niners. Hence, L Niners, get that back-to-back Super Bowl for the Chiefs. By the way, if you're a Chiefs fan, I want to say this, though. I am sorry for what happened to you during your celebration. That was just awful. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody, not even. I don't want to make jokes, but I'm saying, heart goes out to you. And I hope those families that suffered the way they did, and I understand there was one death and many injuries, it's going to be a long time before you completely heal from that. But I got nothing bad to say to you. Man. Let's go to the phone and check and see. Oh, hey, Le Monsieur. Thanks, fam. Monsieur. Is that when you're saying French words, you got to, if you don't put your mouth right, you can't get them out right. So it sounds like an American speaking French, which sucks. But thanks, fam. Matty,
Hello, buddy.
Bend, Oregon. What's up, Matty?
Hey, buddy. Just recovering from Sunday.
It was hard.
I don't drink. It's our season, and we didn't get quite through kind of hangover.
I know.
It's gonna hurt for a while, man.
It is, especially as I said, they were not a better team, the 49ers. We had everything we needed to win that game. Even the defense showed up to play that day, and now we're not scoring any points.
Not very many penalties.
Yeah.
Even the penalties were low. Like, it wasn't even, I didn't feel like the refs were in their pocket at all. Like, I don't know. I guess that's how you put on the clinic on how to beat yourself.
Well, yeah. You know what? The 49ers have been doing that for a while. But I thought on this particular day, we have the maturity. We know what we're doing now. We got nothing but polished vets out there. They know what they're doing. Luter Jr. is a rookie. So wherever our weakness was,
we have no business doing anything defensive wise during this draft.
I know, right? I agree.
So we can get this offensive line looking sharp.
Hey,
I mean, really? Like, come on, man.
Can you imagine how good Brock might be if he's got protection? He's out there under siege on every snap. What would he be like if he got decent protection? It doesn't have to be 10, 15 seconds. Just give him 4 seconds. That's all I ask.
Yeah, like another second and a half than what he's getting now.
He'll kick ass.
I mean, it's not going to take much.
I agree.
I don't know. Yeah, I think that's the remedy, my friend.
It is. But you
And
can't.
then what do we do with Ayuk? I mean, I'm kind of wondering. Obviously now we're in the off season, so now we got to talk. Who needs to get paid?
Ooh, the list is so long. I got. Would you have a list? Because I haven't made that list. I was going to talk about that Sunday.
I was just
Ayuk's got a 5th-year
I'm just
option
starting to
still.
kind of think about it.
Yeah, well, you should. We should. 5th-year option on Ayuk. But then you run the risk. If he has a bust out, I'm going to do better than even last year. Now, other teams are going to be, hey, Brandon, wait, whoa. Before you sign that 49 contract, wait a minute. Wait, whoa. We got some over here in Kansas City you'll love, because the Chiefs would love to add an Ayuk.
If we do it, Brandon, Ayuk might have a ring by then with the 49er logo on it.
True.
So he might bring that kind of money. Maybe we can't pay him, but you know what? Maybe we can use him for another good solid year. Get some really good stuff out of him.
Matty, would you go that direction? If you were sitting in the boardroom and they were asking this question, what are we going to do with Ayuk? We keep him this year. We find a way to get back to the SB, and this time, damn it, we don't lose it. I
think we keep him.
You got to sign him now.
At least one more year.
You know what? I agree. Let we draft another wide receiver. Get the best one you can get. You can't go the first round, though.
After you work on offensive line.
Yeah.
You might be able to get a nice wide receiver late in the draft.
Oh.
What year? When was Kittle drafted? I know he's a tight end, but
5th round.
Was he 3rd round? 5th round?
5th round.
See,
that's an
we got
accident.
a lot of good things that come from later in the draft.
We do. We have several accidents. I mean, when you look at Brock Purdy's the biggest accident in maybe NFL history, right?
Yeah.
And then you look at George.
True.
So maybe we could do it again.
So we got some gems, man. We got some straight Pro Bowlers, my friend. So I don't know. I think even if things shift and jive and change and stuff like they will every off season, I think we'll still be the contenders that we were this year. We'll have to look out for the same idiots as per usual.
Yeah.
It's going to look a little different. Does every year.
Yeah.
It's always a matter of staying healthy.
I know, right? That's
gotta get Greg Greenlaw back. You got to get him. He probably won't play until the season actually starts,
or even later. It takes 5 or 6 months to even start rehabbing with that. So he's not going to be back until mid-season if he does.
He's going to be all about it, though.
Oh yeah, he's on it now. Probably. Trey, we got to take the stitches out. You can't go out now. I can say he probably just want to get back out there as quick as possible. But,
and there's a couple other guys that need to get patched up and fixed up on the off season. So I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, it sucks we lost, but you got to reset. Nothing we can do about it. So you just got to look ahead. Kind of where I'm at with it, I guess, at this point.
That's the only place we can. I just hope they have the attitude to want to come back. There's a lot of times getting knocked down and to get yourself back up. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Man,
Sunday I just wanted to jump into a chipper shredder.
I know. Just get it over with real quick. Hey, let me see you Sunday. Great to hear from you, Matty. I'll see you Sunday, okay?
All right, buddy. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys Sunday night. Have a good night, buddy.
Looking forward. All right, Matty. Matty up in Bend, Oregon. Rakim says, what's crazy is we said it all year. The only way we lose is if we beat ourselves or injuries. And it's so ironic that in Super Bowl, we had both. We lost Dre and we made mistakes. Otherwise, that Super Bowl win, and actually, it should have been a boat race. The Chiefs weren't launching any offensive early on. The 49ers should have scored a minimum of 21 points. I got a fumble by one of the best players in the game up against the 10-yard line. What are the odds of that happening? The CMC. That's 7 points. Give me a second. CMC makes a mistake, and now we lose the 7 points. It's not no damage yet because they didn't score off that. But still, that's our 7 points. We need it. Mr. Block Ice, Casey Owens has shut me up. Not the only one said this. I know it can't be argued. Every time they see us, they beat us. And we got them next year during the regular season. What's going to happen? I wouldn't bet on that game. I wouldn't bet on that game with a no. I would not. I don't trust the 49ers with the Chiefs. It doesn't matter if they're better than the Chiefs. Something strange is going to happen. Hey, yo, Colin.
Hey, Ronbo.
Colin, how about the firing of Steve Wilkes? Was that a scapegoat move, or had you had enough of Steve Wilkes?
Well, I think those of your viewers who are more familiar with my theories on Steve Wilkes, I think his alcoholism was pretty
that's right. You're
evident early. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to hold this one. I'll go to the grave. You know what? Sue me, and we'll go to Discovery. I guarantee it. You know what I mean? I've been calling it all year. I'm like, this dude is calling plays like a drunk. And they're like, no, get out of the booth. We can't trust you up there. We don't know what's in that coffee mug anymore, Steve. So, and then I'm telling you, man, and hey, I don't want to completely crap on the dude. He was kind of handed a fixed deck, and people people were wondering why he didn't win. I mean, he wasn't allowed to bring his own way of doing things. He wasn't really, from what it seems like, the players didn't seem like there was a bond there. I mean, they weren't outright saying it, but it can be inferred, especially some of the comments from Bosa.
Right.
So it was necessary, but I'm curious, who do we get to replace him? Where do we go from here?
Don't you wish they would pick from within the organization? I mean, I think the guys that are familiar with what success looked like, I don't know who they'd be. They'd had to have been there since Salah or D'Amico. I want them to continue that trend. Steve Wilkes was probably a bad move in the first place because, like you said, he came in handcuffed. He wasn't allowed to bring in his own people. He had to come in and acclimate himself to a system that Kyle Shanahan had faith in, and he wasn't able to really execute it 100%. There were times he was questioning and scratching his head, and he was confused about a lot of things. When Kyle embarrassed him in the Super Bowl and when he called that cover zero, no, we're not running cover zero. And I said, oh, my God, that's embarrassing. So
but here's what I think we ought to do. We ought to do whatever we can to keep our current defense exactly the way it is. I don't think we need to bring on anyone new. I don't think we need to switch anything up. I think the talent is there. It's just, I think it really does boil down to the coach. And, Shanahan, if he's having to come in and kind of make some more defensive calls than he's comfortable with, that's not his style of coaching. It never has been, never will be. Mm-hmm. So the 49ers almost need two head coaches, one for offense, one for defense. And those two need to be on the same sheet of music 100%, which honestly, I'm not going to lie, Ronbo. I don't know if the current available roster of defensive coaches in the NFL will meet the quota. I think what the 49ers ought to do, and hey, this might sound crazy, I think they need to look outside the NFL. I think they need to find somebody from college. And people are like, well, that's just crazy. People with no NFL experience, like, look at what we've doing with all these 3rd, 7th, 5th freaking round drafts. Why not try it with a coach? Let's give someone their shot. Because the 49ers seem to have this knack for finding people that everyone gives up on and turning them into champions. Why don't we do that with some of our coaching staff? I mean, it's a universal program. Every position we do this with, these players exceed and excel expectations. So let's get some of these college guys that want to make a name for themselves. I know that sounds bold.
No,
we can't afford. We can't afford anybody else, man.
Who's doing well though? Here's the thing: that doesn't go against the cap to pay a coach. But listen, wouldn't it be the dream coaching team of all time? I don't know, but can you see, like you mentioned, two head coaches? that man, that legendary status. Belichick, the defensive coordinator, but he won't do it. He's not. That's below him. He's won 6 Super Bowl
No.
titles. But I think I said, Bill,
he would
Bill,
have
Bill.
to. He would have to register as a 501c charity. Like seriously, that's the only way. Belichick would do it as a tax write-off. That's the only way we could get him because we can't afford him.
No. That's what I'm saying. He has a lot of respect for Kyle. He likes him a lot. I don't know if he could come to grips with the fact that Kyle would be his boss. But if he came in and Kyle said, listen, Bill, I'm going to give you complete autonomy. I'll never be in your face about one single thing. Any decision you make out there is yours. You can tell me your game plan before the game. I'll never read it. I'll never question it. You are Bill Belichick. You run that defense how you see fit. I want to see if you can get along with the guys in the locker room. If they feel good about you, I feel good about you. We'll do this thing, and let's go stop this BS every time we get to the CCG, something goes wrong. We're a much better team than that, and you could probably get us over that hump. I talk to him like you would a girl you're trying to date. You know, Bill, accept this one time. You just go ahead and get this Super Bowl championship. And they'll see you still the best DC in the game, and then you can just go get another job next year with somebody.
Look, honestly, Ronbo, we got 2 options, man, and that's the Hail Mary, and I love it. I love it as much as you do. But I'm a realist, man. Like, Belichick would have to have one too many brandies that night or something. Who knows, man? Like, that would be just the start. Like, something very bizarre would have to happen.
Oh, strange. You'd have to have a conniption. Something would go wrong. Yeah.
But I will say, Ronbo, like, I think we ought to start looking outside the NFL. Like, say whatever you want, but the NFL is starting to get hip to Shanahan's scheme. Now is the best time ever to start kind of throwing some things up. Just, hey, the Niners never ran this defense before, like ever, and they're crushing.
And you're right.
We have the talent, man.
Like Seifert, you've got to come in. Coach Seifert, way back in the day, you've got to come in. You've got to redesign defense. The Cowboys, the flex defense. You've got to do things that nobody has seen. You've got to have the mentality, the capacity to design that. And have we seen that person in a long time? No.
We haven't. And
we got to stop.
I'll leave it at this. Hey, everyone says our offense let us down. No. We went against the number 1 defense in the NFL, and they handled business. And Brock Purdy handled business, and we all need to be 100% confident going into the next season. Purdy, we've got a franchise quarterback, gentlemen. I am proud of that man. I think he did a great job, and he carried himself very well. Everybody, fam, love you. Hey, we'll be fine. We'll be fine, everybody. We lost as a team. No one took the blame singularly.
There you go. All right. Good stuff, Colin. We'll see you Sunday, huh?
All right. Yep. Night, Ronbo.
Night, fam. All-Star Luna. Steve wasn't aggressive enough. Much love. Ronbo, love. Lynn's son would be my pick. Okay. Thanks, fam. And 49 Brian says, there's a free agent linebacker in Tennessee. Is that right? Wait, Tennessee. I just realized. Brian, who is that? Renzo, down in South Florida. No, North Florida. I haven't talked to him in a while. Renzo is in Florida. He passed out on us. Aaron. Aaron.
Ronbo.
Aaron, come on in, man. Aaron, okay, the coin toss. Aaron, did we do the right thing?
Well, let me start on with this. This loss is still stings, so but to be honest, Ronbo, I'm not sure if that was like a win-win situation of the overtime kickoff. like if we were to take to KC first and they score and we get the ball back and we don't score and I just don't know.
Well, Kyle's getting a lot of heat for that. A lot of people are saying that was the wrong move. I don't have one way or the other. I don't know what to say on that. Like you're saying now, it was not a win-win situation on that. I don't think so either. What are you gonna do? You give them the ball, they come down and score, and we can't. We go down and score and try to hold them, which and probably how they can work on analytics. I don't know. They got some guy on the sideline or something that's looking at his computer the whole time, and guys, go for it. Because Kyle went and told, you see the film? Fred, tell him we want it. We want it. I said, okay, well, didn't think about that very long. So
Yeah, and also why? I mean, CMC was averaging like 6 yards per carry.
yeah.
So why not keep running the ball when their defense ranks like 29th
Yeah,
or like something like that?
worse than us. Yeah.
Like, come on, man, you gotta keep running the ball because their defense was getting worn out towards the end. So, that
Yeah,
just makes me.
you're right. Because toward the fourth quarter, now you're starting to wear them down. Just couldn't bust one. They did a good job against Debo. George Kittle, I guess that toe was still bothering George. He did not look like George Kittle. Ayuk wasn't bad. He was typical Ayuk, actually, for the chances he got. I think he missed one pass on the day, pointed in his direction. So,
Yeah, but and about Steve Wilkes, I don't think he was the scapegoat. I mean, the defense was kind of up and down this season, but like I remember when Nick Bosa was saying that he wasn't used to to the things like Steve Wilkes was accustomed of doing it.
yeah.
So
And anytime you switch coordinators, you're going to get that. I didn't think it would be so severe, but we should have, Aaron, because when D'Amico came in, he just extended what Salah was doing and added his flavor to it. Well, now this guy comes in and he's not able to add the same flavor. He doesn't know what we were doing before. So now he has to actually learn what we're doing. The coach has to learn what we're doing. That's a problem. And how's he going to do what he likes to do if he's like learning from that end and trying to learn from the players and recognize what they're strong at and what you put in situations you shouldn't put him in? And he's got to make that all work. He was asked too much to begin with.
and also our number one priority besides signing Brandon Ayuk is please give us some off the line that's worth a damn.
Everybody agrees. Don't send that same right side offensive line back out there, Lynch and Shanahan. Don't do it. That's why hats off to Brock Purdy. You know, most quarterbacks had that right side offensive line. They wouldn't have done. They wouldn't have done a percentage of what he did. I really wish they get him an offensive line that would hold up for at least about 3.5 to 4 seconds. Oh, hell yeah. Now we're going to see rock and roll. So we'll see.
Yeah, and also if we do sign Brandon Ayuk, will you be up trading Debo? Because
No.
yeah,
And
I
a lot of
know.
people say that.
I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I mean, I love Debo, but I mean,
You found him expendable.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you going to trade him for? What, a couple of great offensive linemen? What are you going to get? What are you going to do? How are you going to do? There's going to be
I
dead cap
mean,
money, by the way. Even if we did, let's see. Yeah,
uh,
we don't escape. We save a couple $1,000,000. 28 against the cap, 26 if
yeah,
he goes. It's not a savings. And Debo's a bad boy most times. But he gets hurt. I understand that too.
yeah. I don't know.
It's a tough decision. I don't want to choose between Debo. I don't. But you know what I found out though? Don't worry about Jawan Jennings. I was worried about him. 2.8 million. Somebody has to max. They have to offer him more. The 49ers will have the chance to meet that equal that salary, whatever is being offered, and the team that does that will have to compensate us with a couple of draft picks. Is it a couple of draft picks? Anyway, Jawan will be third Jawan again next year. That's all I wanted to know. Okay. Because I tell you, one more year might be the charm. Aaron, we got time it. Aaron, we got to go. Let me see you Sunday, huh?
All right, Ronbo.
Appreciate you, fam. All right. Hey, yo, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, you know what's up, man. Now here we go putting the pieces back together. And I keep wondering, when are we going to run out of pieces to put back together? You can't. The 49ers have been one of the most awesome teams in the NFL for the past 5 years. We don't have any SB to show for it, but we should. If it's not injuries, it's something else. Are we just jinxed? How does this work? What can we do?
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry.
honest to
Don't
God,
forget to hit the
Ronbo,
questions, too, about the coin toss and Derek. No, not
so
Derek, but Steve Wilkes.
honest to God, it's Kyle. Because, and I'll tell you why. I will 100% tell you why. Why is it that of all the people that have been by Kyle Shanahan's side, going from Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur, himself, why is it out of those three, McVay has a ring and Kyle doesn't? He has more stars on that entire team than he's ever had at Atlanta or Washington, and yet he still has not gotten a chip. But McVay has.
Well, no, McVay played
The
with
problem
him,
is
but McVay's not from Kyle's tree. They both were in Washington. I think both of them had two different jobs. I don't know, but McVay did take a lot from Kyle, but I understand your point, though.
I mean, granted, yeah, McVay took, a lot of money from the organization, but at least he produced, It was the one shot, gamble, and he won. But we try to do something similar like that by getting Chase Young, Javon Hargrave, Oren Burks, Tyshawn, the list goes on. We've got all these star-studded players, Ronbo, and we still haven't produced a ring. Arguably, this lineup that we have right now, on paper, is like a 7-year dynasty ruling over the NFL, and yet we don't have a ring.
I know.
We went to the, Super Bowl in 2019, failed. Went to the NFC Championship, failed. Went to the NFC Championship again, failed. Went back to the Super Bowl, failed.
Wait. The last one doesn't
At
count,
what point?
though. The last one against the Eagles, the odds of breaking the quarterback's arm like that in the opening quarter, I don't know. I like to take that one. I put an asterisk next to that one.
We went through 3 quarterbacks, though. We went through 3. How did we manage to go through? No, technically 4. We went through 4 quarterbacks. How did we manage to go through 4 quarterbacks in one season? No team has ever done that.
Well, this is why I said Murphy's Law is always working us. These are not things. We're not getting beat by other teams. We're getting by the 49ers. I mean, and we are the 49ers. Jesus.
Well, worst part is, Ronbo, is that the problem, the elephant in the room is Kyle Shanahan. Why is it that we fire or we let go DCs like it's nothing? Arguably, Steve Wilkes, believe it or not, even though the wide 9 was not his setup, he still did a pretty damn good job. He adjusted to it. He did what everyone asked him to, and yet he still gets let go. I don't know, Ronbo. Just something about that. It just brings sour to me.
And Stephen, add to that, if maybe Wilkes stayed another year, now that he's used to what we do, who knows? Maybe he
that's the problem. We will never know. We will never know. And he's such an aggressive coach, and they didn't want that. They declawed the lion. You take the the claws and the fangs out of a lion. What has it got left? Nothing.
Yeah, then don't
That's
hire
pure
him. Right?
strength. That's really
If you're not going to let him do what he does, then why did you hire him in the first
Don't
place?
hire him.
Yeah.
It just was unfair, and it's like, man, and to anyone who is trying to race bait it, I guarantee you it's most likely not that. But if you're going to want to push that narrative, I can see why. And if you do, I can also see Kyle probably taking an early exit, because look what they did to Cap. Oh, Cap's kneeling, get rid of him. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And now they're going to call Kyle a racist because he got rid of Steve Wilkes. I have a feeling, Jed York is going to crumble and do the exact same thing.
No, but you
got to go, Kyle. Sorry.
You can't really. I mean, D'Amico, Kyle's not a racist, and that can't even be an accusation. I mean, D'Amico's been there. He's got all kind of.
It's so crazy.
His right hand man.
That's why I said it's so outlandish.
Yeah.
But honestly, Ronbo, there's people are saying, they're looking at. I heard a rumor saying that they're interviewing Pete Carroll. I don't know how true that is.
Pete Carroll?
But I also heard a rumor that they interviewed Bill Belichick. And I also heard a rumor that they were interested in Brandon Staley, which is like the worst case scenario.
Oh, hell no. No. God,
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Oh.
I swear to God, Ronbo, if they hire Brandon Staley at DC,
it's over.
I'm gonna have to hang up my team. I'm gonna have to go for the Chargers. I might have to go for the Chargers.
I can never go to another team, but I just stopped watching football for a while. That's ridiculous. Brandon Staley has proven that he is not.
He's God awful. But you know what, man? We will never know what that defense can really look like under Steve Wilkes, because arguably, I know it looked rough this year, guys, but statistically, he did better than D'Amico and Solomon all together. Statistically, he did.
Where'd you get those numbers?
What was it? I was watching, Speak, and they pulled up like an analyst sheet between D'Amico and the 2 years D'Amico was with us versus the year Wilkes was with us, and he barely beats him by he barely beat D'Amico by 2%, but he automatically shut out, Robert Saleh. 19% for Steve Wilkes, 17% better than D'Amico, and then altogether flat out killed Robert Saleh. Because Robert Saleh was kind of starting the wide nine, but D'Amico was kind of perfecting it. Wilkes was kind of just adjusting but throwing in his style.
Yeah,
arguably, I agree.
The defensive ranking last year was a lot better than this year.
Believe it or not, Ronbo, I swear to God, I thought the same thing. I was like, wow, last year's defense was a lot better. But then when you really think about it, look at how well they held and contained Mahomes. Technically, without that fumble or that muffed punt,
yeah, no, they played a good.
There's only 3 points.
Yeah,
there's only 3.
And remember, the Mahomes' offense was not there this year. Actually, Mahomes and his company didn't carry that team. It was a defense.
Yeah.
So
Chris Jones is a monster.
Oh, by himself. I said, no, don't tell me one man is going to beat the 49ers. I'll be damned if he didn't. They could not stop him at all. And if you don't stay on assignment with Chris Jones, he's going to win. And they didn't do it.
Oh, yeah. But you know what, Ronbo? I'm more concerned about Juwan Jennings than I am Brandon Ayuk. And that says a lot. Because you know why? He is our clutch player. Imagine a wide receiver who can do a good route, get us on third conversion, stick to the ball, throw a ball, and catch a ball all in the Super Bowl. The man did it all. Guys, don't get me wrong, I love Brandon Ayuk, but hey, bro, if you're asking too much, we got Juwan Jennings, we got Debo. Yeah. Shit, we even got Danny Gray.
Yeah, for that matter.
And we got Ronnie Bell.
Danny Gray will never. And remember one thing, though, and I'm telling everybody this now. Mark my words. Danny Gray will never play with Kyle Shanahan. And if anything, he gets moved this year. Shanahan's rule is policy written probably on the wall. If you don't block,
no block, no rock.
He's not blocking because he can play. He's not blocking. We got to go though, Phil.
Ooh, hey, but if we get, go ahead.
Real quick, because we got to go.
Hey, if we let Brandon Ayuk walk, I say re-sign Chris Conley.
Ooh, yeah. I'll go for that.
I like that. I like that option.
Conley's tough. All right. Dude, hey, I'll see you Sunday.
I see you Sunday, Ronbo.
Looking for it. Hey, I shot a little robe too, and Miss Steven. Night, fam.
Night, man.
All right. Fourth quarter sports. Thanks, fam. Ayuk's going to be a 49er next season? Question mark. Yeah, 49ers, they can pick up his fifth-year option. That's why I'm saying the risk here is, and I can't imagine him sitting out because that'll hurt his stock. He would play, but if he has a banner year, and that would happen if the 49ers get an offensive line they can actually give. Actually, here's another thing. You know who didn't work on their game last year and came back and looked like they did this year? Brock Purdy. Now, this year he's healthy going into the offseason. He can work on his game all offseason long. Meanwhile, that arm could gain a little more strength. He's got plenty of experience now. He's been through and seen it all, from the spring training camp all the way to the Super Bowl. You don't think that he's going to be a kick-ass dude next year if you get him an offensive line? I want Brandon Ayuk here for that. I want Debo. I want them all right back there in place. Now I want to see a team ever stop them from scoring 30 points. Hey, Nigel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Nigel, man, we're just sitting here looking at
How you doing?
rings and wondering what the hell happened and talking about Steve Wilkes losing his job and that coin toss that everybody's really bothered about. I've gotten over that coin toss. But, you know, what are you thinking?
It's funny because I'm the opposite, Ronbo. I think that was the final mistake that put the nail in the coffin.
How come?
Yeah, because I think about it this way, Ronbo, and I think all of us do the same thing. But I look back at the game, and the way I feel in the moment is usually, you know, how I feel. And there's a lot that happened in the game. All right, so. My thing is, we went to the end, and if you were to like just come up to me and tell me before this game and be like, would you rather go into overtime or would you rather be in a sudden death situation or something like that? Let's say, you know, we had just corrected one of those mistakes in there. Maybe Jake Moody kicks that extra point and makes it. That something simple like that can change the complexion of the whole game. Because when the 49ers came out, they looked really good for those few plays they made before CMC actually fumbled the ball.
Oh,
so
I mean, they walked out into a height off through butter. It was no problem. Oh.
So I think about it, Ronbo, and there's actually a situation there, like I mentioned, where if Moody made that extra point, at the end of the game, we would have been up 20-16. And unfortunately, that was also the time that we gave Mahomes, you know, the ball at the end of the game. So that was his first attempt to try to beat us. They knew that they can probably get us in overtime. So they just went for that extra point. Whereas if Moody, like I said, just that one extra point, at that particular moment in time, if everything still continued the way it did, you know, it would have been a day where.
Nigel, we lost you. Nigel? That seems like a complete disconnect. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. We might have to come back to Nigel, I guess, if he can get back in. Nigel? And now, here he is, the head of the Dragon Clan. He is Papa Dragon Pop. Come on in, Pop.
Ronbo, I hate it. I hate it, Ronbo. I hate it so much.
We need this kind of comedy relief.
I hate being right, Ronbo. But I was right.
Well, what in particular, what were you right about? Because you've been right about a lot of things. Which one are you pointing at now?
So the Super Bowl prediction, how it was going to go. Remember, my score was 30-28.
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs. I thought that Moody would be the he could have a part in the loss. I didn't predict overtime.
Are you still saying Mooney had a part in the loss?
Yes, he did actually, because technically
how come?
he missed an extra point that allowed Kansas City to tie the game up with a field goal.
But that punt was blocked.
Well, okay, it was blocked. How many extra points do you see get blocked in the NFL?
Well, yeah, but could that be?
The kick was low. That's on Moody.
True. What's his name kicked? He beat Moody's record-setting field goal with a kick that looked like a line drive. 5 inches above the.
You got to give credit to Kansas City there. That was a good play, man. That was just a good play.
I'm not. I give
man.
all the credit and praise to Kansas City. Congratulations to a fantastic game. Great job by Andy Reid making adjustments. He knew his plays wasn't working, so he just went to the dirt and drew up some crap.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying it was a good kick. It was a good kick.
All right, guys.
Kick was bad. Kick is bad, dude. Sorry. You're blocking a kick at the arms. Go look at the film.
No, it was.
Anybody?
It was a
There's
low
two things
trajectory.
every 49er fan should do. The first thing you should do is you should look at the Spagnuolo interview. Okay, there's a Spagnuolo interview with one of our big 49er supporters. Forget his name. He talks for about an hour about how much respect he had for Purdy. And the difference in the game was how much respect that we had for Purdy and Purdy's legs. They pretty much ran almost the same defense against Lamar because they were concerned about Purdy running. So sometimes Purdy had 1 to 2 spies on. Go look at the film. Number two, the 22 catches a lot. It catches a lot of effort issues on both sides of the ball. When McCaffrey fumbled, Kittle was not playing to the echo of the whistle. He could have recovered the ball. He could have blocked better, but he actually let up on the play and started talking smack to one of the other players. That's also on film. So here's my bottom line. and I say this as I sip on lemonade as old school DeBartolo 49er fan. Okay. The DeBartolo regime was basically compared to a lemonade stand by Prague Mrav. Okay, that lemonade stand won 5 championships. Your Fortune 500 company has lost 2. Actually lost 3. So we've lost 3 Super Bowls. There's a lot of things I can say, but the bottom line is that Wilkes wasn't the cause for the loss of that game, although the defense played terrible in the second half. They played terrible in overtime. Yes, if you know the rules, which Kyle Shanahan appears that he didn't fully understand them because he said it, but he's changed his story 3 times. Oh, I understood the rules. No, I didn't quite understand the rules. Oh, I was playing for a third possession. Who on earth says you're playing for a third possession? In college football, you want the ball second. The reason why you want the ball second, you want to know exactly what you have to do. If you have the ball second, if it's 3 points, easy peasy. Now I got 4 downs to try to get that 3 points or get a touchdown. Right? So that's how college football works. That's how that's where the rule came from. But I felt someone was talking to me earlier. Well, what about if you guys had the old kicker? You guys would, but no, that's not true because the new kicker made 2 50-yard field goals.
Robbie's not
right, which is out of the range of our prior kicker. So the kicker wasn't the whole deal. The biggest deal was the first half. First half, defense played lights out, Ronbo. Lights
they were
out.
tough, weren't they?
And offense did nothing.
Sacking, intimidating,
pressures. People want to look at the all 22. People want to blame the offensive line. You got 5 guys blocking the offensive line. So how are 5 guys supposed to block 6 or block 7 or block 8? They were sending more people than they can block, and Kyle never adjusted. He expected Purdy to buy time and get rid of the ball. But there's a problem. The Chiefs knows that he's on the shorter side. They're going to clog up that middle and stick their hands up. That's what they did. What they didn't do was exactly what I said they should have done, and they would have walked away with the championship, was be stubborn about the run game. Bring in extra tackles, bring in extra fullbacks, bring in extra tight ends. Who cares if it sucks? Who cares if it's 3 yards to carry? Beat their ass into the ground. And eventually they would have folded because they almost folded. right? So you
Twice.
come out in the second half, okay, and your first 11 plays or first 10 plays, 9 of them are passes. Passes.
And 3 and out.
And you got the offensive player on the sideline. Now, I'm going to break it down to you like a fraction, Ronbo.
Real quick.
You think Andy Reid's a good coach?
He's okay. I think he's a little overrated
He is
because
the
if he didn't have
best
Mahomes
coach in the league.
If he didn't have Mahomes, I wonder. If Belichick didn't have Brady,
he's
I
the
got a
best.
feeling
You saw what
he
he did when he had Alex Smith. Alex Smith went to 4 straight Pro Bowls. He is one of the best coaches in the league. When he got Michael Vick turned into an MVP candidate. The point is that he knows how to coach up a
his quarterback
quarterback.
strengths.
Patrick Mahomes, when he came out, he couldn't read defenses. That's why he wasn't scouted by Shanahan. They had to teach him how to read defenses. Alex Smith, Reed, and Bieniemy taught him how to read defenses. In his second year, he threw for 50-something touchdowns. You got to be ready to teach.
But Pop, did he go to the Super Bowl?
You can't be arrogant, and they're arrogant, and it starts at the top. Okay, not with the lemonade stand. It starts at the top with Jed York. When you march your ass out there in front of the press and you say, if we had lost to the Lions, that would have been a successful season. Can you see Jerry Rice saying some shit like that?
No. And it's unacceptable.
That's the
But
point.
none of the players
That is the
would
point.
back Jed up on that either.
And it's the same thing with Shanahan now on the Wilkes. Should he have been fired? Yes. But not for the reasons you guys think. He got fired because, and I got this on good authority, he got fired because of the locker room committee.
I knew it.
All the defensive players wanted him gone. They want their old system back.
Yep.
He's gone.
And we knew that early on too, Pop. Before it even came out.
We knew that.
They
I said he
that.
should have been fired at Minnesota when he called a 0 cover blitz at the end of a half. I saw you go to locker room. He doesn't come out of locker room. He's fired. That's what I would have done. I'm not mad at that.
I'm embarrassing. But he was interviewed just a few weeks ago for a head coaching job. Yeah, he was auditioning. Pop, we gotta go.
That's probably a Mooney Rule invitation. But you know what? He's got a good reputation amongst players. Yeah. Talked to somebody over in Carolina Panthers, and they said that Wilkes is a man of integrity. He holds everybody accountable. He doesn't play favorites. He knows his game. Okay, that is the opposite of Shanahan and his Cabo clique.
Yeah, we got to stop. I'm gonna tell you what. Keep that energy. I love it. Let me see you Sunday, will you please?
Oh, for God's sakes, Ron! I have so much.
I know.
I have so much inside information.
I want it all. Make a note of it. Don't leave it out, Pop. We got to go. We're only a couple of minutes over. But listen, I need you. I got to see you Sunday for that stuff. All right?
Ronbo has slipped away. 3 points in overtime. One last thing, Ronbo. When Purdy left the field, he was winning in overtime. Anybody that puts this game on Purdy is full of shit.
They really are.
And I'm not even a Purdy guy. I'm not even a Purdy guy.
If Big Boy comes rolling in there, Jawan Jennings is standing there glowing like a stoplight. We win.
Damn it. 9 blitzes with a free runner at the quarterback. 9. The Super Bowl. Adjust, Kyle. Adjust. Get up. Stop being an arrogant prick and get an offensive coordinator. Andy Reid has one.
But Bob, I see you Sunday. All right.
All right.
Night, fam. Give my best to Bam Boom and Mrs. Dragon.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. See, we can't just lose like other teams. We have to lose in dramatic, stupid fashion. Nobody beats the 49ers. But they do come up with these little miracles at the end. What are the odds of your quarterback getting his arm broken in the NFCCG last year? How about the Rams, right? There's Kowalski T. Game's over. Uh-oh. I got Jimmy G out there with a bad shoulder and a hand. Some of the misses he made that day never happened, especially against the friggin' Rams. We beat them like stepchildren every time we see them. Hell, Garoppolo had a deed with it signed by them. And then this year, another joke of a finish. Fourth quarter sports. What was the biggest factor of the 49ers loss? 1, overtime coin toss. 2, Kittle not being involved. 3, Greenlaw injury. Yeah. You know what, though? Even though those things all took place, if you just pick up Chris, we stagger into a win. Backwards, yes, but Jawan Jennings was on fire all damn day. He's standing there waiting for that ball, and Brock drops down to one shoulder. Drops down to his knee and just looks around. Chris, Mr. Hey, Niners, man, I'm here, boys. He gave us a hard time last time, and he did this time. Can we not see that if you don't stop him, nothing else matters? No. And he'll be back next time. Next season, regular season. I haven't done this in a long time. Well, it's a big show. Show! Come on in.
How are you, Ronbo?
I'm coping.
I am too. I'm honestly, quite honestly, still not over the 2012 Super Bowl, and this is going to take me just as long
three more
to get over for a long time. As long as the 2012 Super Bowl, I don't think I'll ever get over that one. I don't think I'll ever get over this one. As far as Steve Wilkes goes, Ronbo, Kyle Shanahan, your ass literally came into Allegiant Stadium drunk, slurring your words to the press, and you showed up drunk on Super Bowl Sunday, not literally, but figuratively, and you were MIA. You came in like a drunk frat boy. Meanwhile, Steve Wilkes had his party prepared and they came up in full force and saved your ass, and through all four quarters and held Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid to only 19 points. And let's not forget that Steve Wilkes had our defense number one through 14 weeks of the season. And you know where he finished? You know where we had our defense finished when the season ended, Ronbo, when it was all said and done? Number 3.
Did we move
the offense didn't show up Super Bowl Sunday. It didn't. You came ill-prepared, Kyle Shanahan, and you have a hard...
Oh, they look bad.
You have a hard time looking at yourself in the mirror and taking a responsibility for a loss like that. Your second Super Bowl loss, mind you. If this were any other head coach in the league, they would be fired. Fired.
Probably.
You get that? Fired. Yeah. I can't defend Kyle anymore, Rombo. I really can't. He keeps bringing back the same faces and
you ever not the. I don't remember you ever.
He keeps bringing back the same faces year in and year out as far as player personnel goes, and expecting us to win a Super Bowl. You know, Father Time is catching up to George Kittle. Father Time is catching up to Trent Williams. I love Trent Williams. He's still playing at a high level, but it's clearly showing that his age is right around the corner and going to kick him in the ass eventually.
Was he 35, 36?
He's not going to last forever.
What is he?
Yep, he's almost 40 years old, Rombo.
Is he near?
And we're still bringing him back.
Yeah.
And George Kittle's getting older. He's not available a lot.
Well, George, I think that toe was still bothered him last Sunday.
He makes cameo appearances here and there. He's not what he used to be when he was in his prime. And as far as Brandon Ayuk goes, I'd be fine with moving off of him. We're going to be saving $15 million that year, and that money should be allocated towards a right tackle or right guard in free agency. If we could get a first-round pick out of Brandon Ayuk, which I think we should pull a Defo and get a mid-teen or an early teen, and draft his replacement in Troy Franklin, Brian Thomas Jr., or Malik Neighbors from LSU. Those will be just fine. Those guys will be just fine. We need to eventually find George Kittle's heir apparent because he's getting up there in age, like I had said. We still haven't found a tight end too. Our running back room behind Christian McCaffrey desperately needs an upgrade.
You think so?
Kyle doesn't trust Mason or Mitchell. Mitchell's never available. He's made of Mitchell. He's made of glass.
You know how much money CMC gets paid? He has to play. I'm starting to realize that because when Mitchell came in, Mitchell always did pretty good things.
Yeah, but as far as Kyle goes, you need to look yourself in the mirror, man, and you need to at some point come to a realization that maybe you're just not going to get it done with this team. And I don't think he ever is, sadly to say it, because this is Patrick Mahomes' world, and everyone needs to accept that we're just living in it. You have no answer for Patrick Mahomes.
Well,
as
we don't
long
have
as
to
he's
feel
breathing,
bad. Nobody else
he's
does
gonna
either.
he's gonna three-peat. As long as he's living and breathing and doesn't get hurt for the entire year, then they're gonna three-peat next year.
You think
I don't
so?
know what we're getting excited for. I
Well,
don't
you
want to
know
go to
what?
another Super Bowl just to lose again.
They are a young team.
I don't know about you.
And they got some more money coming in next year, so they could be every
Mhm.
bit as rough. But
And they're gonna upgrade they're gonna upgrade the weaponry for Patrick Mahomes next year. I
yeah.
have no doubt about that. And they'll be even better.
How many teams do you think are
And
going to send
here
somebody?
we are, stuck in the mud. The same team
So
expecting
don't
to win a championship.
don't look for anybody to send anybody great. I don't unless they draft somebody like Cherie, which was a steal. Nobody's going to. Devontae's not going there. They've already said the Raiders already said that's not happening. Also, Stephon Diggs. Diggs is a possibility, but that's the only guy I can see.
Oh, he would be a huge upgrade
Yeah.
for Patrick Mahomes if Diggs were to go to Kansas City. But I highly doubt Bills will trade him over there. So
See, that's what there's so many good stars in their division. None of those teams are giving those guys up to let Patrick have a hold of them. So I don't know that they're going to upgrade that much.
Yeah.
As far as offensively.
And as far as are you there, Ronbo?
Yeah, I'm listening.
As far as Joey Bosa goes, no, stop it. Slap yourself in the face on that one.
No, Nick. I mean,
Nick's already said he wants Chase Young back, and Chase is it's going to be a lot cheaper than Joey, and we don't need that here. We're fine on the defensive line. That is not a problem.
We got more depth
our problem.
Year, I think.
Yeah, we have enough amount of talent on that defensive line and depth. The only issue
the Chiefs didn't. They lost Amenahu. Oh, I don't understand how they lost that.
I think Steve Wilkes was catching. I think Steve Wilkes was catching on. It just took him a while, at least a year. I mean, he still had our defense in the top 3. You know.
I don't know who they're going to get now, but it better be top 3, or else there's going to be some trouble with that.
As far as his replacement goes, I think it's going to be Johnny Holman, the linebackers coach, our linebackers coach.
Those are the best guys.
Replace him.
Your linebacker coaches are always the best. We do have to go, though, Show.
Mm-hmm.
Good to hear from you again.
All
I
right,
don't care what anybody says. Leave them alone, Chad.
No, I don't only call. I don't call in only when we lose. So shut up, Chris Hansen. I actually listen and like to hear the people talk, and don't like to hear myself talk a lot. So shut the hell up. All right, take care, y'all. Shut up. Have a good night.
Good night, Show. Put that Big Show, Papa Dragon, always grind negative Nancy's. Good grief. But Pop just likes to tell you that he told you in advance. That we have several guys that do that. And a lot of times they're accurate, unfortunately, about things like that. Even the great Bozzini, he told us how to bet, and Bozzini was right at least 90% of the time. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo, how's your night going, buddy?
That's good. They're better nights than they were this time last. Yeah. They're better now than they were earlier in the week, put it that way. Because I'm still kicking.
Yeah,
I can't believe they lost that game.
Yeah,
that was just theirs for the taking.
And we had a sad news I found out tonight that Steve Young and my high school former coach passed away.
What was his
Mike
name?
Ornato, the Greenwich Cardinals quarterback. Mike Ornato, he was the head coach for the Greenwich Cardinals in Connecticut. He was Steve Young's head coach in high school. And he also coached Tommy Young and Mike Young.
Okay.
89 years old, yeah.
Sorry to hear
Heart
that.
attack.
Because I saw another name of a 40.
He's from Greenwich, Connecticut. He won 210 games for our high school football for his career. Only lost 57.
He'll never be forgotten.
So, Steve Young. So I'll probably be seeing Steve Young here probably soon. Probably another couple of days to be here.
Good.
Because you got to figure him, his brother, and all that. Yeah. Yeah. What do you expect? 89. God bless him. Yeah. I'll tell Steve. When time comes, we'll be playing quarterback up in heaven with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Another news: Jimmy Garoppolo got cut.
Oh, they do it already?
Jimmy G got cut. And he got suspended 2 games. He said that he suspended 2 games.
I knew about that, but I didn't know they're going to cut him. They're saving money on that too.
Yeah,
well, I thought they're going to cut him next week or something. But then if you're going to cut him, why wait?
They're better off going to XFL. Let's play with the XFL or let him go to the Little League. He's not going to play. But
he doesn't want to play backup.
And also, I got to say, sorry about what happened in the parade in Kansas City. That's messed up. Can't even celebrate a victory for the Chiefs, and then this crap happened. That kind of got me upset. poor woman died, got shot. 22 people.
Oh,
As a 49er fan,
a lot of children were in that group that got shot.
Well,
Unbelievable.
what I heard, too, I think one of the shooters was a 49er fan. That somebody was saying.
Oh, see, okay, I hope
I
that's
hope
just
not. I hope not.
Somebody put that out there. Why would a 49er fan be out there? No, I don't. I hope they prove that one way or the other. So you don't want people to get the wrong
there's
idea.
49er fans all over the world. There's 49er fans all over the
True,
U.S.
But I don't know if you
world.
start wielding a gun and going, well, you know what, maybe I want to make
You
sure.
never know. There's a lot of sick 49er fans out there.
Michael, what I'm saying is don't put that out there unless it's absolutely been proven true. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you don't want to say anything like that without the proof. Like I tell people, where's the proof? The guy that shot it said, "Oh yeah, I'm a 49er fan." No, that's his stupidity.
Well, yeah, that may he said that just.
Well, all
just
49er fans wouldn't do that.
There were 3 guys.
I respect everybody. Yeah, no, 3 guys.
There were
Now,
3
the guy that tackled him should get 2024 season ticket. That guy that tackled him.
Everybody agrees to that. Yeah.
I want to. No, I'm going to find out. I'm going to see if we can talk to the commissioner about that. I'm going to see if I can write to him about that. So anybody who saved anybody from does this kind of stuff should get automatically 1-year season ticket. No.
Lifetime. He should never have to pay to get into a Chiefs game again. He stopped that.
I mean, like I told my daughter, we suffer the loss, but you know what? We'll be back the next year. Now, with a big stuff saying trade on you, I wouldn't want to trade on you. I'm afraid there's other ways you do it. We got 11 draft picks this year. We can move maybe some of the draft picks maybe up a little bit and maybe find an offensive line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You like to keep Ayuk for another year. Keep him. Because if you lose him, what happens? He turns good. And then somebody else,
pay him next year, though. So you just have to realize you get to borrow him for 1 more year, and then he'll get some offers next year.
I know you're talking about Joey Bosa. That was another rumor that maybe they would trade him to the Niners or they'll cut him.
No.
I don't think the Niners will take him either.
Bosa's, I think he's going to be released or something to that extent.
Well, they said release or they might trade. They said release or trade.
Okay.
That's what
Well, then if they say
Conan was saying.
Everybody's going to wait. He won't come to San Francisco.
No, I think he'll go to somebody. I wonder if he'll go. I don't know. Where's he from anyway? Where's he from? Ohio, right?
Joey Bosa?
Yeah.
Florida.
Florida? He might maybe he want to go to Miami. Play with Mike McDaniel. He could. He could play for Mike McDaniel. They're a good team to play for.
McDaniel would love it.
He would have he played with he had one Bosa on one side. Now he'll have his other brother.
At any rate,
I know my daughter is always saying that. Yeah.
Mike, any of your thoughts on Steve Wilkes?
I think it was kind of cold that they did that to him, because it's not like he gave us a bad season. You know what I mean? I wish the best of luck for the guy. Whoever picks him up, he is a good coach. I had no problem with him this year. The one guy I would like to pick up for defense is probably either go after the ex-Tennessee coach, Verbal, because he's the type of guy that he could probably be really good for our defense. Verbal.
I thought he might
be.
I'd
go for him.
Yeah, I was thinking he might be in line.
I think I'd go for him. Know why? You go for him, he does good, he could get a coaching job somewhere else the year after. Or 2. You got to think of that.
Yeah, his defense
you have a shot.
Tough.
He got a shot to be a head coach. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Belichick, forget it. He's an old crab boat man. He's crab apple. Nah.
He'd want to change everything too. That's the only problem.
Yeah, he wants to. Yeah, he'll change everything. I don't want a guy to change everything. I think if we get Verbal and we get Shanahan, we'll be fine. And I tell Shanahan, you better, straighten up, man. Teams are getting better this year. We got to still watch out with Arizona, the Rams. Teams are going to start surprising us, man. We got to watch. There's a lot of teams that could be surprised for 2025.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's going to be building to beat the 49ers. That's what you do.
Everybody's
go get people that are going to beat the 49ers. I know.
They're trying to build the next Brock Purdy. They're going to find them. Yep.
Oh, everybody wants that. Don't have to pay any money and put all kind of big, high-priced pieces around them. That's going to end next year. 49ers should have got it done this year.
And I hope all the ladies out there had a good, wonderful Valentine's Day, too, I know my daughter was upset because her boyfriend left her. But I told her it's okay.
Valentine's Day? What kind of guy does that?
He slapped her and dumped her.
What?
Yeah. But I told her you got daddy who loves you, mommy loves you. I know football's a little different, Niners and Eagles, but we love each other. Doesn't matter what fan we're on, what fan base we're on. Doesn't matter. A lot of my 99 Empires will support you and love you no matter what if you're an Eagle fan.
Huh.
They're not going to sit there and beat you or hurt you. They'll love you the same way as you if you're a Niners.
Well,
I got to give shout out to Tony Wright. Yeah, and all my UK brothers out there. I got to give them a shout out too. Craig Shaw, give you a shout out too, brother. I mean, I like what you were saying. I mean, I understand you want to get rid of our UK money, but you got to think,
Right.
I don't know. I got to see how the receivers look in the combine. You got to look at the receivers, study them, and see who would be good.
Right.
Who would fit good in Shanahan's system?
That's always the question.
Yes.
Mike, we're going to go. I'll be back Sunday.
Oh, you too, buddy. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Sunday's perfect. You have a good night, brother.
You too, fam. Right.
Good night, brother.
Right. Wow, man. Oh, yo, E.
Ronbo.
E. Yeah. Well, here we go. 49ers, most powerful team in the NFC, again find a way not to bring the Lombardi back. Again, trying to make Niners, what are you doing? Get it. Damn it. Do what you got to do, but stop this. And they didn't.
He definitely didn't. He had a good year though, so
we had one good last. We had last 3-4 years. Always having good years. You know what? E, you know what's really funny? Because we've become so kind of spoiled. For lack of a better term, we become spoiled because we know the North 49ers are going to kick ass. The kind of roster we got, they're going to kick ass. But we're tired of kicking ass. Yep. Get the damn trophy. You had the team beat. Finish it. No. We got to let them have this game. They are the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, fucking God. Anyway. Well, you got the coach. Coach got fired. And the coin toss. And anything else you want to add? Go ahead.
We got two special team plays where it seemed like we blame that on the defense. And offense not scoring more than 25 points, we blame that on the defense.
I know. It's wrong.
I think I don't think as a team or unit they didn't gel, because I remember when it was 5-0, we was 5-0.
Mm-hmm.
And they was talking about firing Steve Wilkes.
And make him come down out of that booth.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, why are they doing that? Then when we lost 3, they definitely was like, nah, he got to come down. It's his fault. Even though the offense then scored 17 points.
Always find somebody to blame. It was Nick Bosa. He didn't look right. Nick Bosa's overpaid.
Yeah. Now, I did hear an interview with Nick Bosa. Don't seem like he didn't seem like it to me. He liked it, the defensive scheme.
He didn't. He said that early in the season too.
Yeah. So maybe something wasn't right with the players, but he, like I said, when they was 5-0, I said, he gonna definitely be a scapegoat, because I can see them blaming everything on this defensive coach.
He's new.
Nothing on.
You can't blame anybody else. He's new. He's a new guy. It's his fault.
Yeah, you can't blame nobody else. Like, that's what I said. Shanahan and Lynch need to do better, honestly.
They do.
They keep walking around at draft picks, but we giving up more draft picks than we getting almost. But, we got 10 this year, but.
Yeah. 11, I think.
Something like that. But we got to, well, like I said, we keep messing up on the third round, getting running backs and not panning out. I mean.
Yeah, hey, D'Amico, what's his name?
Which one? D'Amico Ryan?
No, the last running back we got that everybody. I forgot it. I forgot his name already. Remember the one we drafted in the third round year before last?
Oh yeah.
That boy didn't play no
State
ball.
Or
what?
Ohio State or somebody?
Yeah, he didn't get no snaps.
State. Nah, he didn't. That's
did we get two?
TDP got cut.
What?
TDP, the one this year.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, when did he get cut? See, I didn't even know.
Eighth week, 9th week, something like that.
Oh, that's right. Because he went out and picked up another running back.
Yeah.
Man.
Cal doing his job though. Yeah, TDP, sir. But that's what I said. Lynch doing his job though. Everybody's doing their job, and that's why I said I don't want to call it prejudice because the two other coaches we had was black, but
Yeah, that's
something
what I'm saying.
wasn't
It's
gelling.
not racism. Him and Kyle doesn't want to teach
Yeah,
him this. And you cannot bring a person in there and tell him, look, I don't want you to do anything more than come in here and continue with the defense we've been playing. Now, he has his own defense. So he's got to come in and
Yeah,
learn
that
Kyle's
only-
defense. He's got to learn what his players are capable of. He's got to find out the weaks and strengths and weaknesses within a few amount of weeks and make it work. That was asking too much. When I think about it now, it was ridiculous. Just hire somebody from
and
within
you
the
got to
system.
learn the players.
Yes.
Oh, like you set that man up, man. Then you gonna kick him to the curb, and the one man, he can't. He don't know what Bosa can do after Bosa been not in no training camp or nothing like that.
Yeah, well, and then there's that.
I
forgot about that.
Yeah, you can't know these players that quick, that soon, and he was playing too far off the wide receivers, but we was winning. Oh, but we getting come on, man, like. I don't know, like.
And then he's up in the booth probably because he was nervous and wanted to see better. All right, you got to come down out of that booth because we have a lot of problems down here.
Yeah.
Okay, Kyle.
And I knew it right then when they said, "Oh no, you got to come down." You. I said, "Yeah, they gonna get you."
I had a feeling too after that Minnesota game. Somebody mentioned earlier that Vikings game. We lost that game, and everybody's playing off their man too far. I said, "Uh-oh."
Mm-hmm.
They go. That's gonna be blamed on Wilkes, and I was a little mad with Wilkes too. I said, "Man, why was you playing that far back, man? How you gonna make a play playing that far off the receiver?" So I don't know, I feel bad.
Now they saying in the chat they said Wilkes' defense was soft. We was 5-0. How's the defense soft? They was average under 17 points. How's our soft? Like, what do you want it to be? Like, was our offense soft? Because they didn't score 17 when we lost.
Thank you.
Was our offense soft?
Where were they at? They just didn't. Anyway, we got to stop. The clock ticked
when
out
we
on us.
can't get a running back the ball, you want to keep passing it to a wide receiver who ain't caught a fly pattern all season.
So, I would love to ask Kyle Shanahan these kind of questions, see what he's saying. God, Kyle. Anyway, fam, we got to go. Let me see you Sunday, okay?
Yes, sir. Love you, Ronbo. Be good.
Love you back, fam. Always appreciate you. See
Be
you
good.
Sunday. You too, man. Thanks.
Damn, hurt my feelings though.
I know. Everybody,
We'll go
that
to
game was ours. Damn it.
I can't even talk. And they was about to fight after the game too. Oh my God!
You know that.
We got to
fight.
I was a grown man, at the bar where I was at.
Oh, I heard about that. So 49er fans.
Oh my
okay,
God.
let's get into that Sunday. I do want to talk about that. All right, fam.
Yes.
I'll see you Sunday.
Good. Thank you, Ronbo. Be good.
Thank you.
Love Niners. Niners go.
Yeah. 90. The Big Show says Trey Sermon and Joe Williams equal bust. Hey, the guy with the three initials everybody called about. Trey Sermon, I know. Joe Williams, he got cut. What's his name? TDP? We call him TDP. What do those initials stand for? Haven't heard from him. Look at the back of your milk carton and see if you see him. Facial recognition on him. Hey, Casey.
Dare I ask what's shaking, Ronbo?
I know. Everybody in the 49er Empire, man, come on, man. There was no reason to lose that Super Bowl, Niners. You had them beat in every category. You were the better team, and you found a way to give that game up. Man. So, we're going to be pissed about this one for a long time. I know the 49ers are.
I saw this article or this video of Jed talking about poker when he traded for Christian.
Tyrion Davis.
Did you see that like a couple weeks ago? When Jed said something about you don't go all in with Jack 6 offsuit.
Is it?
Well,
if Jed's using those kind of analogies, I got to go hear those or see those.
Well, Ronbo, I have a
Jed
poker reference for Jed myself.
What is it?
And it's scared money, don't make money. And I think that's the way Kyle played that game, Rumble. You got to play to win, man.
Ooh, true. You can't be Andy Reid was. Well, you know what? He did a couple of things that weren't scared though. That play from JJ over to CMC, that was obscene. I said, wow. And JJ threw into a crowd of red jerseys and Chiefs fans all over CMC. JJ threaded the needle. Boink. Yeah. CMC off to the races. High stepping like he does all the way to the end zone.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Wasn't
that was
crazy?
wonderful, Ronbo. That was that catch and run. Damn it, Ronbo. You know,
looked like a thoroughbred racing in that
first
end
play
zone. That pass was
first
awesome.
play of the Ravens. First play of the Ravens Super Bowl. Illegal formation. You know, these guys had 2 weeks to prepare, and Harbaugh runs illegal formation. I still haven't forgotten that. And then I'm watching the overtime at Paxton Pints with the Reno 49er Empire. Shout out Reno 49er Empire. And it occurs to me that they're showing me a new overtime set of rules. Now, that's okay for me to not know it as a football fan, but these guys are the coaches, and these are the players, and they don't know that there's new overtime rules.
They went to testify on it too, right up there in front of the
And then on top of it, it comes out that, like, in postgame, Mahomes says something like, yeah, we fought for these new rules. Like, are you kidding me?
In fact, that is true. Mahomes is the reason behind that rule.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is...
Remember the Bills game?
This is real life, Ronbo?
It is. It's
Kyle doesn't know the
real
rules.
NFL life, yeah.
And, like,
Kyle's lying.
Kyle in the
He knew.
game
He
says,
just
we
wanted-
left
he
it up
said
to
that
the
to make himself
analytics
look
department. Motherfucker, you know, Ronbo, this is the head coach of the football team saying that he let the analytics department. Man, you are the analytics department.
Go with your gun
What
every
the
now and
hell?
then, Kyle Shanahan. God.
Jesus, Ronbo, you are the head coach of the football team talking about the analytics department?
A lot of teams are leaning in that direction nowadays, though. Not only us.
Ronbo, what would Bethel say? What has Bethel said tonight? You know, this is ridiculous, Ronbo.
I mean, you know, it's just God. This is how Beanball got started over
You know,
and
another
over.
poker reference, Rumble. You know, in a tournament, as the tournament goes on, you got to get more aggressive. You don't tighten up your ranges. You open it up when you get to the final table.
Well,
you
that's how
start to
catch them
play
off
more
guard.
hands.
Catch your opponent off guard. Exactly.
That's what you're supposed to do. You got to be more aggressive as it goes on.
Bold. Big gambles, big payday. But high risk is
Anyway,
high
Ronbo.
risk. And that's how Shanahan thinks. He's
Here we
gonna-
are.
I'm talking about another missed opportunity.
Here we are in February, talking about Super Bowl 59 on the Ronbo Sports Show. And, you know, if the 49ers and Brock Purdy do it, I won't be surprised, man. This kid, Brock Purdy, man, this young man, Brock Purdy, is built for the comeback. He's already shown it with his physical health. His mental fortitude is there.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
And I think if there's someone
up
to
here,
come back,
that's fine.
Purdy can do it.
Hey, but Casey, let me ask you this question real quick so you can answer it. The 49ers have been through this too many times. Do you think they have the same drive coming into next year as they did this past 2 years?
Do I think they'll have the same drive?
Mm-hmm. Because they've been through, they got mad about losing to the Rams, and they came back and got to get the Eagles. The Eagles got them because Brock got hurt, and then but they had incentive from each year. Well, what's incentive this year?
Yes, I think they will. Because Purdy is still, you know,
running that offense. The defense, so I think they'll be fine. But how do you come
It's
back
not like
from
Purdy's
these
a
things?
12-year vet. It's not like Purdy is like a, $100 million Jimmy G.
He's
over
a
here
kid
with
that played a
nothing
year
to
and a
play
half of
for.
football. The people that say that bad things about him, it's just, I got to tell those people, it's stupid, okay? How about let him grow? And should be glad that he's got that kind of a head start. If he's that smart now, how good is he going to be in 2 or 3 years? So,
And Rumbo, my third poker reference of the night, when you look at your stats, and your tournament stats, you want to increase your late game winnings, like your late tournament winnings, right? So if you look at Kyle's improvement in the Super Bowl, he's gotten better. in the last 2 Super Bowls. He only lost this one by 3. You know.
True. I mean,
the
yeah.
other one he lost by 11, right? So
And a couple of times there were mistakes in this one even. I mean, what Luter getting hit, and CMC in a big game like that, a fumble around the 10 or 15-yard line. How come?
Yeah, and that damn play where George, did you hear that mic'd up where George was saying hi to the linebacker and then the linebacker went and got the ball? Damn it, George.
George is going to get in trouble for that. That's why George is
where
walking
was
around.
George in overtime? Why wasn't he on the field? Why aren't they doing substitutions? Like, why doesn't Kyle do substitutions? That's what I want to know.
That's why
like,
George
I never
is walking
like
around.
once the package is on the field, like they
Right?
stick with that package.
That's why George is walking around kind of quiet these days. He hasn't said a lot. You notice that?
No, but what happened in overtime? Was he hurt? Why wasn't he on the field?
No, he just lost his mind. George's toe was probably hurt. You remember his elbow? Something happened to his arm too. So George got hurt, but I don't think his toe was 100% to begin with. Now, Case, we got to go.
Was the penalty getting called back on George's plays in the Super Bowl? Yeah.
I know.
It's tough,
Trent
man.
Williams. But they wouldn't hold it on
season,
anybody else
Ronbo.
all day, but they called it on us. Ah!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm in for another season of the Ronbo Sports Show if you are.
we can do this.
I'm ready to run it. I'm ready to run it back with Ronbo Sports, man. Let's do it.
Thanks, Casey. I'll see you Sunday. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Shout out to Bethel. Shout out to Brunskill. Shout out to me for being a San Francisco 49er fan. Y'all see how fans ain't got no Ronbo Sports? Y'all Ram fans ain't got no Ronbo Sports? Shit. Hey, Ronbo.
Fourth quarter sports. Niners didn't look on top of their game in any game in the playoffs, especially the first 2. My God, they look ridiculously bad. You need to play your best football in January and February. And one thing I want to say about that, I can't wait till the schedule comes out. The NFL schedule makers did all they could to make sure that the 49ers had to run through hoops and jump through cages in order to be able to remain powerful all season long. We all went through that schedule, remember? We knew those East Coast, West Coast swings were going to be a problem. Did we know how much it would affect the 49ers? Well, I think we know now. The 49ers, after 3 years of postseason play, and in this schedule, hell, we need to be proud of them. I don't know how they got that far. They were tired. Damn it. Schedule makers, what? Ooh. Now do that to the Chiefs next year. Yo, Matt.
Oh, Ronbo. God, this is going to haunt me probably haunt us the rest of our life.
Oh,
This
for
is
sure.
by far the hardest loss I've ever had in my life. I'm 43 years old, Ronbo, and this is by far
the worst.
I mean, I really feel for our younger generation.
They're mad as
I've
hell.
at least seen I've seen one at least, but I mean, I want to see one in my adult lifehood. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us do, but you know what? The more you gotta come back, Ronbo. There's nothing you can do about it now. I mean, there's a lot of what ifs and woulda, coulda, shouldas. You know, I haven't had the nerve to rewatch the game yet. I don't really need to watch it again because once was enough for me. I know what was left out on the field. That Kyle, will you please, for the love of God, for once?
I wish we could sign Chris Jones. At least we don't have to worry about him getting us. Chris, what do you want? Get that 49 uniform. Measure him up. Put him in it. You look good in that uniform. You're done with the Chiefs. From now on, we're not going to bother with you next time we play the Chiefs. Damn it.
I just want Kyle. I just want Kyle to hold himself accountable one time, Ronbo. Just one. Just one time, please.
He'll explain.
Can you? I mean, every Niner fan knows. I mean, you get Mahomes throws that interception. Great play by Jair. I mean, the dude is a ball hawk. I mean, that was a great interception. I mean, all for nothing. Mm-hmm. I mean, you throw the ball 3 times in a row. What are you doing? You got the best player on the field, not just running back. CMC is the best player on the field.
And he can go for passes.
Why are you not? Why are you not giving him the ball?
Oh, I know.
And then the overtime, Ronbo, like, okay, well, hell, let's go with regulation. I mean, if we get that first down, we milk the clock out, kick the game-winning field goal. Mahomes doesn't even get a chance. I mean, you got a 3rd and 4, Rombo. You know Spagnola's going to blitz. I mean, he does every time on 3rd down, and you just had the 2-minute warning, Kyle, and that's the play you come up with, really, dude. I mean, come on, you got to be better. Rombo, the better team lost. We just got out-coached, period. That's point blank, period. That's what it came down to, was coaching. I mean, Spagnola out-coached. And I thought Wilkes did it. Wilkes, that was an ongoing thing ever since that zero blitz that he did against Minnesota when they threw that Hail Mary right before halftime when Mooney dropped the pick and the guy, it all started there. That's when Kyle didn't. That's when Wilkes. We knew their relationship was done. So it wasn't just the Super Bowl. It had nothing to do with it. Everybody that's saying that nothing to. I mean, I thought the defense played their ass off.
They look good.
The defense played good enough. They gave up 19 points to Patrick Mahomes in regulation, and the one touchdown that gets a buff punt.
And the first half, 3 points. Who holds the Chiefs with 3 points a half? Hell, nobody.
Exactly. We should have been up 17-3, 20-3. I mean, Christian fumbled, but that's no excuse not to give him the ball. I mean, and with Dre Greenlaw out, Ronbo, I think we need to bring that Alziz Shazier back. We got to bring him back from Tennessee. We get Alziz back.
Well, is he available? Wait a minute, where are you getting that from?
Yeah. He was only 1 year with Tennessee. He was at the Green Bay game in the huddle before the game, hyping the guys up.
Wait. Let me get this. Matt, let me get this straight. He's available? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. He was a 1 year. He was Tennessee signed him for 1 year, so he is
nobody
a free
has
agent.
signed him yet. Maybe it's not.
No. We need to get him because Dre more than likely. I don't know if he's going to be out for the year. But him and Fred, he knows.
I bring him.
Yes, go get him. Yes. And one more thing about the game, Rombo, that really irked me was in the overtime. So you got 3rd and 4. The other 3rd and 4, or actually, it was the 2nd and 4. So before what's his name, Burford missed the block, which like you said, Chris Jones. How do you leave him on block? Really, their best defender. You don't put. I mean, come on, dude. But the play before Rombo. CMC just got a 6-yard run. It was 2nd and 4. He runs a sweep to the right with CMC on a 2nd and 4. I'm like, what are you doing? You got we all know the right side of our offensive line is the worst part. That's the weak link. Why are we not running to Trent Williams and George Kittle on the left? I mean, that's wide open, Rombo. I mean, 2nd and 4, we easily score a touchdown there. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean,
and you're not surprising anybody if he's trying to do that. You're not fooling anybody with that. Oh,
that's what I'm saying. You go to the best part of your line, and like you said about Trent Williams with the holding, that was weak. I don't know if you saw. They showed the mic'd up with Kyle, and Kyle they called the holding, which at the time I thought it was, but he let him Trent let him go right away. He held him and let him go. And Kansas City was doing that all game. If you go watch Bosa, I don't know how many times he was getting held. And Fred Warner on that 3rd and 6 over the middle in overtime, he got held too, Rombo. I mean, I'm always letting the players play. Don't get me wrong. I'm not blaming the refs. The game had nothing to do with the refs.
I know, but you know what?
Yes, the game had nothing to do with the referees. We should have won that game in a blowout, Rombo. The game was so
I disagree.
I mean, anyway.
Well, I'm just saying. Either way,
man, we're gonna go.
Kyle just,
Kyle was. I think he did get on the refs. Kyle did jump on the ref about one time on that call. He says, "If you're gonna, you gotta let him play. Let him play."
Okay,
but
we had a great year. We'll be back next year. I appreciate everything you do, Rombo.
Thanks,
thank you all you faithful. Love you guys.
Hey,
take care.
Love you back, fam. Have a great night. We'll see you Sunday if you got some time.
Yep. All right. Bye.
All right. Night, Matt. Fourth Quarter Sports says Chiefs Road wasn't easy, though, either. Give respect where it's due. Big players make big plays in big moments. Oh, yeah. See, fam, that's what I'm talking about. You don't give a team like the Chiefs, you can't give them an inch. Now, if you're going to continue to make goofy mistakes, you can be guaranteed they're going to beat you. Oh, Patrick Mahomes needs 3 or 4 people out there with him, and he'll beat you. You've got to be careful. You know, because their defense is what really beat the 49ers. They didn't let us do a damn thing in the first half. See, we held them to 3, but they held us to what? Hey, yo, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo.
Well, Tony, here we are. Same place, different time. Only a year apart. Nothing's changed.
Oh, well, at least we can be proud of one thing, Ronbo.
What's that?
We have the most famous Super Bowl losing coach in the NFL history.
Yeah. It's several markers, yeah. Yeah. Teams leading
3-0
in the fourth quarter and losing.
You've been they're all the same way. And Stevie Wilkes, I mean, he had better stats than D'Amico Ryan. So how can you sack that to someone that's got better stats? Yeah, I mean, at least he's copping heat from the media. You know what I mean? The outside media.
Oh yeah, they're going at it.
Stephen A. Smith called him out. A number of people called him out.
He had to know that.
They know it's his fault. It's starting to catch up to him. You know what I mean? And well, how come he didn't? He won't get Belichick. He didn't get what's his name over there at the Dolphins, right? The defensive line coach over there.
Oh, who was DC? With the Dolphins? Who is the DC?
Yeah.
Oh,
he used to be
Fangio?
with the 49ers at one. Fangio.
Yeah.
Right? Because Fangio will tell him where to go.
Well, that's right. And he's not going to get anybody that's too much in that kind of mind. That's why Belichick will never come either. Can you imagine Belichick? Well, you know what? Belichick's got a lot of respect for Kyle. I don't know. That might work, but I don't think Belichick wants to be anybody's DC.
Well, you never know, Ronbo. He might, settle for 1 year of employment as a DC and then go back to coaching. But,
yeah, because I think
it makes
would
Kyle
really respect him, though. That's the thing, because I don't think the players respected Steve
Wilkes.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
Why?
Well, the things they were saying about him, the locker room was really on him. I mean, the committee, where they are in the locker room, spokespersons, I think that's true. They went after Wilkes at the end of the season.
I don't know, but look, the fact of the matter is now the veteran players, are they going to come back? Because all of them have already been paid, right? Are they going to come back and play their hearts out, or are they just going to come back and play for a paycheck? Because they're sick of losing.
I'm wondering about their mindset. What kind of mindset are they coming in the next season with? I mean, it's got to be frustrating even for them. You guys got the best team on paper by far, and you went in there. And
you got
wrecked the bed.
You got 4 players with over 1,000 yards, right? And you know yourself, Debo, Ronbo, you can stop a Mack truck when it's traveling 2 mile an hour.
Yeah.
You can't stop a Mack truck when it's traveling 100 mile an hour.
Oh my God!
And
no.
Debo needs to wind up, like when he does those endo rounds, when he breaks free for 75-meter touchdowns and 75-yard touchdowns. Sorry, I use meters.
It's okay.
Is when he's up to speed. So you got to get him roll out, get up to speed, and then smack into someone, and then he runs over him. He's no good from a standing start.
In fact, you're exactly right. Be physical, Niners. They can't deal with that. They're just not designed that way. And like you're saying, let that happen. Yeah.
He was getting 16 yards a catch. You threw it to him how many times? George Kittle, how many times? George Kittle's a game breaker. Did we forget what he did against the Saints in that game?
Mm-hmm.
Those two
George
players. How could you not involve those 2 players more in that game to shut it down? If not, George, Ayuk, what he got 2 touches? That's a shame. That's shameful.
It's like their secondary was supposedly good, I guess. I mean, because Jawan Jennings was out there having a
Bullshit. The
field
guy
day.
was open.
Yeah.
The guy
You're
was
right.
open,
There
mate.
were
When
people
Jawan
open.
Jennings was open, so was Ayuk. And go back again with no O-line. I dare you. And you're going to get the same result.
Oh, man. You know what? There's going to be riots out in front of Levi Stadium. If they come back to that same group and that's it. Oh, Kyle. No. You don't get to hear about
if
this,
that
man.
guy doesn't hit Brock Purdy right there at the end,
Game
he
over,
hits
we
Jennings.
win.
Jennings, game over, we win. How many times does the people have to tell this idiot that you need at least a half-decent O-line? You know what I mean? Someone's got to go hit him over the head with a rubber mallet or something. I don't know.
You know what I
Maybe
really
his
feel bad about,
brains
though,
will
Tony?
come to.
Feliciano's going to get in trouble because that's not the kind of culture we have in the locker room for calling Burford out. Feliciano was livid, right? So he said he got up drunk and sent out a tweet at Burford. It was really nasty, right? So
Look, everyone was on edge. You got to just let that fly by. You know, I'm sure they'll see each other again and shake hands. They're men. They're not little kids.
They've already made up. But the thing is, Feliciano was right. He was freaking right. Dude,
I know he was
top
right.
block him or something. Do anything, but don't let him get through. We'll get a 15-mile flag.
But it's
fine.
It's not Feliciano's job to organise an O-line, Ronbo, at the beginning of the season.
I know.
It's Kyle's. Kyle's micromanager arsehole for everything. No one gets the final say except him. That's bullshit.
And I fully agree, Tony. You know what? We'll never finish with this subject. We'll be honest all year, but let's give it a go. let me see you Sunday. All right.
All right, brother. Shout out to Evan Ellis, Big Show, Papa Dragon, and everybody else, and see you Sunday.
Cheers, Tony.
Cheers, my man.
Oh, man. Feliciano got hurt. Remember Feliciano went down in a heap and had to leave the game? I think had he been there, it's another one of those things. If. Fourth quarter, offensive tackle call worse than Pete Carroll not to give it to Lynch. I know. You know, the thing we have. Overtime call worse. I'm sorry. Overtime call worse than Pete Carroll not to give it to Lynch. And remember, fourth quarter, we did that with. Remember the day back when we had Hall of Fame running back Frank Gore and Harbaugh elects to throw the Crabtree in the end zone. And, of course, that was a penalty that wasn't called. And Frank Gore, he was going to get that. Oh, hell yeah, he was going to get that. Give him the ball. It's like Pete Carroll and Marshawn Lynch. There is no human force that was going to stop Marshawn Lynch from getting that 1 yard. There is none. You could send a rhino in there or something like that, or an elephant, or maybe a silverback gorilla to charge him. But there's no human that was going to stop Lynch. And they threw the ball. I was delighted. But they threw the ball. Why? And we're doing the same. We've done it twice. Why do we do that? Jack.
Or my boy from the 209, you could have gave it to Colin Kaepernick, too. He could have ran it on a,
even that might have been a better idea than throwing it. Because then you bring the officials involved, Jack. Because now they can make a call.
Yep.
And make a decision as to whether they want you to win or the other team to win. Oh.
Absolutely, man. And there's so much I coulda, woulda, shouldas, but you guys aren't gonna like this call, everybody. But you know what? I don't give a damn because Jack's back, and we didn't get the dub. So it is what it is. Breaking news right now, guys, on X. Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have signed a new defensive coordinator to the San Francisco 49ers, Richard Sherman.
Are you making that up? Because why would I be mad about that? You're kidding. I should have known. I don't even know if Sherman would
Can you
accept that
imagine?
job. Yeah.
He would light a fire under these guys and get these boys going, Ronbo. I'm telling you, we need somebody like that, somebody new, fresh, that knows the system, that talk to these dudes right in their eyes. That I'm one of you guys. Let's go get this dub.
He's good. I wish I could make him defensive backs coach. I mean, you know.
And Ambry Thomas gets injured in the next Super Bowl, and Richard Sherman suits up as a defensive coordinator and wins with an interception in the end zone or something.
Because Ambry Thomas, man. Well, you know what? I don't know what to think about Ambry Thomas. Jack, think about this for a minute. Will you remember from your freshman year to your senior year, as you're playing ball, right? You're getting better, right? Ambry Thomas starts off his first year looking better than he ever did. And in the second year, he looks like a piece of crap. And in this year, he's somewhere in between. What is up with Ambry Thomas?
Oh man, what can you say, man? We're lacking in that department.
I'm sorry, he had an ankle and a hand.
Demo looked really good this year. I think Demo had his best year.
He did,
ever,
didn't
he? You know, I think Fred did.
I'm proud of him.
But you know when Chris Jones on that 3rd and 4, guys, if you look back, Ayuk was open, not just Jennings. Ayuk was wide open in the end. I mean, and nobody touches Chris Jones. Nobody even touches him. Nobody. Oh my God! So all this blame on Kyle Shanahan, where that punt hit Luter Jr.'s ankle, Christian McCaffrey fumbles, this and that, Dre Greenlaw. A lot of our players, Debo had to go to blue tent. George Kittle went back in the locker room for a second. We were banged up. Feliciano. I mean, I could keep going on. We were banged up, man. We were banged up. So it's not all on Kyle, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Wilkes, the last 2 games, if we would have lost, would have been fired anyways because the way our defense played in both games against the Packers and the Lions.
You know what? Do you think Wilkes gets fired even if we win the Super Bowl?
You know what? I do. Yeah. Because I just think it was an alpha on alpha type of mentality where, he was challenging Kyle Shanahan behind the scenes, and Kyle Shanahan had to, in the Super Bowl in front of all of us, call a timeout, on their last drive. I mean, so, yeah, I just don't think it was a fit for Kyle mainly, and our guys, like you said, didn't respect him as much as D'Amico or Salah. No. But Ronbo, the reason I said y'all ain't gonna like this call is because what I'm gonna end this with is basically I'm trading Deebo Samuels. I'm trading Deebo Samuels this year. Why? Because guys like McDuffie and L'Jarius Sneed, times even go back to his rookie year in the Super Bowl, like they were sticky on him. He's not the best route runner. And now the league knows about the jet sweep. And, like the last caller said, Tony, when he has to get 100 miles. So we know when he's lining up in the backfield, that's his thing. And he can take it to the house. He does have a knack for, taking it to the house on slants. But I'm trading him, and with that money, I'm getting me a premier right tackle and a center with that money that I'm saving off of him. But I'm also getting a first round for him, a late first round. And with that first round, I'm getting me a Troy Franklin, like my boy, like I told you, from Oregon, who's going to take the top off of defenses. And if we would have listened to Jack a couple years ago, we would have had Garrett Wilson Jr. from the Jets because the Jets were ready to give us a 769 pick. So we would have had the offensive rookie player. So, I give me a wide receiver, and we got our own first-round pick where we could get a cornerback. But my is this, Ronbo, with the team that we got, we need an experienced right tackle and a center. Because a dude like Chris Jones that we're going to see in the Super Bowl, we need a center, guys. Feliciano can hold down the right.
Oh, I want him to get hit so hard that it sends him into the following week. Stop letting him do what he wants to do. God.
Absolutely. Because Jennings knows how to run routes. Ayuk knows how to run routes, and Purdy can get it to them. But he needs to be protected, and we need one more route runner, a burner,
Jack,
like a Troy Franklin. And if we do,
Brock did miss him,
Yeah, go
though, to be fair to Debo. He did finally have him beat, and Brock just overthrew it a little bit. But you know what? This is I don't want Debo running that route. I wish he had somebody else running
McDuffie ran the route. Yeah, but twice McDuffie ran the route for Debo. Even when he threw it to him in the end zone, McDuffie hit him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't separate. His separation on route running ain't that. But a quick one for Big Show.
Real quick,
big one for Big Show. If we do, imagine this. If we don't get Alshire from Tennessee, for example, Edrin Cooper, linebacker, Texas A&M, who had 8 sacks, bad boy. Can you imagine him with Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw? God damn! Don't get me started. But hey, man, we back. Let's win this offseason, baby.
That's where it starts. All right, Jack. Appreciate you, fam. You know that. Have a great day.
All right, baby. Yeah. All right now.
All right. And I see Melvin Guintu. Good evening, Mr. Ronbo. Didn't Kittle say he'll be back with vengeance? What did you think happened? They asked him about that. And it's funny because George sort of took a very, it was, God, what was that? How did I describe that? Anyway, they asked George, we remember you were saying after the last Super Bowl that you would be back here. And George says, yeah. Okay, well, your thoughts now. No, it's football. It happens. And, George did do some assing around in this game, though. He did not come in with the eye of the tiger. Not completely. He did get hurt, but I still think that toe was bugging him. He put himself out there because this is it. This is the game. Because we had a couple. George is probably hurt. We already know about meniscus tear for Eric Armstead. Javon had a thumb injury going on. So I don't think George is 100%. Yeah, yo, Ellis. Thanks, Melvin. Come on in, E.
Ron Bizzle.
Ellis. How you doing,
man?
Yeah, same old. Different year.
Pull me up.
Yeah, I see it. You a hater? Is that I beat your team? No. And he did. People say bad things about haters, especially fans. Brock ran through all the team. You don't hear any Chiefs saying anything about Brock Purdy. But all the other peons below the 49ers' feet, they're just talking it up. Brock Purdy, little dude, Lord, he came back, blah, 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 he beat your ass. So, always get out of here with that. So good stuff. I think I'm going to fly that on my social media sites as well. But Ellis, tell us, the coach got told to hit kick to the curb, and then you got that call in overtime. What are you thinking?
There seemed to be a little bit of I'm not going to say a rift, but there definitely was some things that Wilkes was kind of doing on his own, though he was taking on the wide nine and the defense that we've been running. He was putting his little tweaks and stuff on it. And it started to irritate Kyle in certain game, situations. I think throughout the season here and there. Wilkes coached a great game up until the last drive of the fourth quarter.
Kyle intervened. Yeah.
And then in overtime, and that's to me why you saw Kyle get mad and he called that timeout, and you could see him on the headset, talking in sailor language.
That was
talking in sailor language because he was mad as hell because he's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're playing so far off of him. You're not even, we needed to play man in that moment and get sticky, have some sticky defense, not play fucking prevent offense like we're up, by 2 scores, but we don't want to give them a touchdown. But
Ellis, didn't he call cover 0? And did that send Kyle into an outrage? Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he was just at the wrong times, and that pissed Kyle off. I think he should have gave Wilkes another try. They should have had a meeting where they can have discussions about in-game decisions
and give him another shot instead of getting rid of him. Because when looking at the statistics from what they pulled up and what was shown is that, Steve Wilkes actually had better production with our defense than D'Amico Ryans for 2 years, and I think even Salah, but definitely with D'Amico Ryans. And we love D'Amico Ryans. We were, we were all, damaged from seeing him go, and we're just hoping and wishing that we could get anything to an equivalent to him. But in looking at the statistics of it all, he actually outperformed D'Amico, in a full season. So it's kind of scary to me that kind of, you fire him, and then what's going to be your replacement? Because at this point, it's a big, question mark. When Wilkes first got here, it was like, what are we going to have here as a defensive coordinator? What's the defense going to look like? There was some games where, there were some big plays and some things and stuff, and Wilkes was kind of jumping the gun and kind of playing. He liked to blitz at the wrong times and shit like that, and those are always, it's always a 50-50 when you blitz, you know what I mean? So he just was a little bit more of a gutsy defensive coordinator, but he got a lot out of the guy. So using him as a scapegoat and or just firing him prematurely without knowing who it is. Because if he brings in Brandon Staley, I mean, we're going to be in the bottom of everything.
No, he ain't doing that. If Kyle does that, I'd be shocked. Everybody knows Staley's not the guy. He doesn't even run a 4-3. I mean, 3-4 or 4-3. Well,
this is the thing. Who the hell is he going to bring in that's going to do what Steve Wilkes did or better? That's my question.
Kyle should resign himself to hire somebody from within. Don't go outside looking for these other people. You're going to get the same result or something similar. Especially when they get there, you can't bring your people in, and you need to continue to expound upon what we're already doing here. Oh hell, why'd you ask me to come here then? If I'm the God.
I didn't like that. I still think it was wrong. Wilkes did have me on edge a little bit here and there, especially in that game. And like I said, that last drive in the fourth where those defensive play calls were shit. And then like I said in the overtime. But anyway, the holding calls. I sent you a lot of videos. Make sure when you get some time. I know you've been off the grid for a minute. You had everything on silent mode. Watch go look at what I sent you, tonight or tomorrow, and look at all of the videos and clips of the Chiefs and how they were holding the whole fucking game. And the fact that they would call that one on Trent Williams, that was made a huge gain. It's like night and day, the difference between what Trent did and what the Chiefs were doing. And they were also holding. They gave all these damn all this, for McDuffie and Snead, they were fucking holding. They were holding Debo. They were holding George, and they were holding Brandon throughout the game. It's just there was no real highlights on it, especially that pass from George Kittle that I think it was an out or something like that. It was a little bit deep downfield, and I don't know if that was Snead or who that was, but they were holding all game on both sides of the ball, dude. And if in 3 Super Bowls, I don't know if you saw that statistic, Ronbo, but in 3 Super Bowls, the 3 Super Bowls that the Chiefs won, there was not one holding penalty called on them for 4 fucking quarters. 12.
And they were one of the worst penalized teams in the league. Not only that year, but this year too. But they ain't holding today. Okay, Ralph. Benefits should never be assigned again. Damn him.
Hey, look, and everybody's saying, "Oh, I think he called a good game." No, he called a couple of penalties on them that he couldn't deny, like the one where dude slapped, Brandon Ayuk's helmet off, and he gave us about what he called about 3 or 4 penalty flags against them. None of them were holding. But they said, "Oh," and I heard somebody say something about I was watching what's that defensive end that just retired who was with the Cardinals for a long time. And a J.J. Watt, and he was saying that if you run into the defensive lineman, then it's like they're less likely to call a hold, or there's some kind of if you come at them at this angle or that angle and you run into them and you guys then they won't call. It's like none of that shit was going on, and even at the end of the day, a hold is a hold. and they had hands inside the shoulder pads of Nick Bosa. They had one guy holding from one part and somebody holding from the upper body, and then no telling what was happening for everyone else throughout the game. I saw Javon Hargrave being held. I mean, it was all game long, dude. Fred Warner, everybody, offense and defense. So I have no respect for any Chiefs fans. I'm not no good game my ass. I don't want to hear none of it. You won't hear that shit coming from me. You motherfuckers, you were supposed to, if you beat our ass by 17, 14, 17 or more points, and we could do nothing with you, then I got to tip my hat to you because y'all just spanked us. But the fact that you guys had the entire league and Bill Benovich and all these people, advocating for you guys to win this game. And even with all of the fix being in, Ronbo, we still had opportunities and we missed it. So it makes it even that much more. It makes you that much more angry, man. So I'm not okay with this. Nobody should be okay with this. Everybody keeps saying, look, if the refs fucking cheated. So don't say, oh man, I don't want to blame it on the refs. No, say it like it is. We holding court. Let's keep it 100. The refs cheated. Period.
If they're gonna let them play, let them play. But you know what? That hurts us more than it does them. We got to stop though, Ellis. I'll look for you Sunday, and because we got so much to uncover.
You just got back, man. Yeah, I got some more for you on Sunday, man. Because I've been waiting all week. I've just been, just trying to come down off of this. But that was terrible, and the opportunity. Lastly, if Kyle would have told Brock when Brandon Ayuk was wide open on that play when he was going to JJ, even without Chris Jones being picked up, if he would have just dropped back, looked for a half a second at JJ, he could have just flicked the ball because Brandon Ayuk had already shook the corner and was going towards the end zone. He could have ran right to him. He throws to the spots anyway. He's really good at timing and stuff like that anyways. But for some reason, Kyle didn't say anything to him, and that pissed me off. Brock's usually good about surveying the field, but he didn't have enough time. So Kyle should have told him, hey, be on the lookout for X, Y, and Z, but you got to move fast. Boom, right there in game. If you can talk to him and communicate, that's something that Kyle should have did for Brock just to help him out because he's in the heat of the moment,
he's also inexperienced, and these are the things he needs to be directed on. Ellis, I agree. We got to go. I'll see you Sunday, though, fam. Appreciate you. Man. Good stuff.
Much love. I appreciate it, man. And hey, they got us again, y'all. When is this shit going to end?
I know.
It's for life, though, still.
Yeah, damn right.
All right, fam.
All right, fam. Night, Ellis.
Yes, sir. Peace.
It's just getting tired, the Chiefs.
I have a question for you.
They weren't even half the 49ers' potency, and they still slid on by. Hey, yo, Bill.
I have a question for you.
All right.
All right, on the overtime with 4 seconds left, if Mahomes will score a touchdown and hit 0, did we go to another quarter, or is that game over?
I thought about that, and I would have. Okay, what if we run this overtime? They'd have to go to double overtime.
It what?
Yeah, they'd have to go double overtime. They'd have to go into. You can't leave a Super Bowl unfinished.
Even if he throws the ball, illegal man downfield, 15-yard penalty with a 10-second runoff.
You're saying, well, in that case, how many yards downfield? You don't want to put yourself in that Butker's. His name Butker. The Chiefs field goal kicker was going to nail anything down there close.
There was somebody to send me a clip on that last drive with 4 seconds left in overtime with an illegal man downfield on that touchdown drive. If they would have called the 15-yard penalty, illegal man downfield with a 10-second runoff, they're trying to say that would have been over. I don't know if that would be the case.
On the Chiefs, you mean?
Yep. Without leading by 3.
Oh. Well, that's Vinovich's job, him and his crew. I mean, if that's the case, they didn't make the call.
That's the call that would hit anybody in the face. I don't know how that is. I can't call that. I've been trying to look into that. I've been silent for a while. Days if that was true. This came from a non-49er fan. And they sent me the clip on that with an extra first down in one of the quarters where he ran, and it was 2nd and 8. It went to an LIV, and it popped right back down with the first down. I don't know if anybody caught that one either.
Bill,
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that went on in that
Yeah, I was going
game.
to say, that's not the only clip you could get. From what I've seen a couple of clips. I haven't been in the mood to look at those clips right now. I rewatched the game and went through the same obscenities that I did during the game. You get more mad the second game. Because you see, where the 49ers had no bit, I blame our team too, Bill. I really do. I mean, I blame the refs to a degree, but we should have still won that game. Now, the 49ers had them beat up, down, left, right, and sideways. Just do it. And that thing with the fumble, that was just fate. But we still should have got that touchdown in the first quarter. But that touchdown they got when the ball hits Luter in the leg, I can't get over that one. Everything else I can actually deal with.
If we scored the touchdown in overtime, do they get the ball again, or
No. If we get a touchdown in overtime, you mean when we first went down? No, the second time we got the ball is when we went down and made the mistake in the end zone. Because the first time we came down and got the field goal. They came down the next time. It was 3-3.
A field goal. They still got an opportunity to get the ball. I don't know how this overtime worked.
Bill, wasn't it 3-3 at one point, not overtime? I think so.
You scored a field goal instead of a touchdown. We gave it to Kansas City,
Bill,
and they scored the touchdown.
They beat us by 3 points by scoring a touchdown, so it must have been tied.
I don't see how that was possible.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, they beat us 25-22. That's 3 points. Okay, so both teams the game was tied, and they went down there and got that touchdown.
They didn't get the extra point. That's why.
No, okay, we needed to score. Oh, wait, how did we get the ball back?
We didn't. We didn't. The thing is,
I'd say instead of getting 4 or 7, we got 3. That's what happened. Yeah.
Would that have they still got a chance to get the ball if we would have scored 7, or how would this work?
There's a question right there. Yes. They established that rule a couple of years ago in Mahomes and company because they decided that even if you score a touchdown in the Super Bowl, the other team must still have a chance to get a shot at it. Because they thought I think Mahomes' company was so cheated. Oh, Mo. So anyway, that's what happened that year. And they changed the rules
So
for them.
if they would not get the touchdown nor field goal with us leading by 3 in overtime and the clock hit 0, do they go back? Do we have another quarter for them to get a chance to score a touchdown?
No. If they get one shot, you get one shot. If Kansas City doesn't get that 3 points, game over. We win.
So therefore, that's the key element. That guy was right.
That's one of the reasons why Kyle Shanahan wanted the ball first. I guess.
Sent you the clip on your Facebook page of the dude that shows you the illegal man downfield. I showed you the picture of the illegal man downfield with 4 seconds left in overtime when he threw that touchdown. And if they would have called that would have been an automatic 10-second runoff. And I don't know how much difference that would have made, but they're saying that would have been game. So,
you know what, Bill? One thing we can be proud of, we do know the Chiefs were no better than the 49ers this year. They got the right breaks at the right time, and that's all there is to that. So, I'm actually I'm fine with that.
I need to tell you something.
Real
you need to
quick.
feel good. No team has ever three-peated, nor will there be a three-peat team anytime soon.
I do not get
How much they try to do. If we build our team right this offseason, we can just stop all that and just get the ball.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway.
They need to hold him off. Brock Purdy don't need to be holding his head down. He didn't lose this. It was a defense, and everything that happened. He needs to come back on fire
Bill,
and be strong. They need to keep their head up. And
He didn't have a chance to work off season last year. Arm was just rehabbing. He learned a boatload of stuff this year. I look for Brock Purdy to be QB1 next year or 2 at the worst. Anyway, But we got to go, and I'll look for you Sunday.
Fullbacks that lost the Super Bowl, give me a 49er shout out, and let's go get Brendan Rice.
There you go, Jerry's boy. Big Bill. Great night, Bill. Rudy, man. Hey, Rudy, with all your BS, how about catch up first before you talk as if you had a right to? How long has your team sucked? 2 years and 2 trophies. That's what I'm saying. 70 years and 2 trophies. Where do you get off talking? Thanks for your contribution. I'm not reading your dumb post. Hey, 49er Brian.
Yeah, Ronbo. Isn't it funny when teams that have fans that lose all year, they don't even make the playoffs, or they lose in the first round, always talk smack about how bad we are?
Yeah. I mean, change the Rams' name to Round 1 and Out Rams. I mean, I don't understand where a Ram fan gets off talking. That just kills me.
Yeah, Rudy, you can get your little spies and minions out of Rombo's show. We know what you're all about. Get your people out of here and go back to L.A. and cry a river, because your team is not going to beat us again next year.
I guess they're going to get beat again next year. And,
either is Seattle. Seattle's not going to beat us. Cards aren't going to beat us. We're going to win our division again next year.
And
we'll
Brian,
be in the hunt.
Exactly. And they'll continue to live vicariously through other teams that can work with the 49ers, but they can't. So here we go. And I mean, the support for these guys that can't do any better, it's such a sad thing. We can't beat them. We're the team, bro. Okay, go. So pathetic.
Right. Rombo, I always try to be positive. They show the list of, all the accomplishments the 49ers have had over the years. Like we lost this Super Bowl, we won this championship, but we didn't go to the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. It was a huge list of accomplishments to me where we've gone.
The 49ers.
Yeah, we haven't won Super Bowls. But my gosh, we win every year. We're in it. We're in the hunt.
And in the playoffs,
every year.
Doesn't want to be bothered with the 49ers in the first round? How many, if we go to the playoffs, we're going all the way to the point where we're going to get taken out, usually at the end, whether it's the NFCCG or the Super Bowl. We're not going out before then. So if you play the 49ers first in the Super Bowl, you may as well not. If you play the 49ers first in the playoffs, you may as well not show up.
And it's been going on for years. And none of these other teams, especially the ones in our division, can say or do or show even remotely what the 49ers have done. Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a joke. I mean, L.A., you got that one Super Bowl, 2 years ago?
And they're still celebrating it. See how pathetic they are. They're still celebrating it. Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. By the way, I want to remind people in there that said, where's Sharice? Guys, Sharice is not afraid of you. You guys are below the 49er standard. She's doing something else. But a Sharice afraid of you? I don't think so.
You chumps have to pick on a woman? Really? That shows you what kind of person you are. Really. To pick on poor little Sharice and harass her the whole time. Don't you little chumps have better things to do than harass a woman all night?
She takes
Where's
care of
your
herself,
manhood?
That's what their team.
She's tough as
Wimpy.
rocks, man. Shout out to Sharice.
Go, Sharice.
I don't know why she puts up with him. So,
well, she
but
works
Ronbo, dude, I'm positive. I'm sure we're going to be fine next year. I'm not worried. And hey, it's a bummer not winning these Super Bowls, but man, I've been a Niner fan. You know how long I've been a Niner fan.
Yeah.
We've had ups and downs.
It happens.
Talk all the shit you want about Kyle Shanahan, and I know everybody wants a change there, but New York's aren't going to do it. He's changed the franchise around. We win every year. I just don't. And who are we going to get to replace Kyle if we fire him?
You see, this is my question.
Honestly.
I mean, I don't need to love Kyle so much, but the next guy's going to come in, and what's he going to do? He's really going to make me miss Kyle and hate him. I'm really torn with that subject. I can't even get into it, you know?
Hey, maybe we should hire Big Show as our next coach. Is that a great idea or what?
Hey, I like that. What? But he comes out on the field, just play his music.
Papa Dragon, why don't you be our defensive coordinator? Hey.
Actually, Papa Dragon's kind of
We'll
a
have the
sharp
whole
guy.
TNT crew take over the 49ers. We'll win every year, right?
Yeah. Put him in the front office.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, as long as we compete and keep beating wimpy teams like the Rams, the Hawks and guys in our division, I'm fine with that. I'd rather win the Super Bowl, but as long as we keep them, they're the guy that when you put your hand on his head and he's down there swinging because he's too short. That's the Rams, But then again, we find another tough guy. Okay, it gets to be a fight. But, we came up short. Okay, fine. But you guys are still below. Okay?
Usually it's those Raider fans. The Raider fans are the ones that really got it. You know how the Raider fans got to us for the Super Bowl?
They made me crazy so many times.
They didn't want us practicing in their field, in their stadium.
I know, right? That was so chicken crap.
I had heard that they raised such a fit. They didn't want any 49er players within 10 feet of their facility. Walking around the premises, nothing. That's how much they loathe us. Yeah.
And they can continue. I don't care. 'Cause you know what? If you know Raider fans, and I got Raider fans in my family, I laugh at them. We have arguments, And, Rudy, nobody was hiding from you. Nobody was hiding, Rudy. We just don't give a damn about what you're talking about. We don't care.
Well, Ronbo, he doesn't speak in facts. He speaks in, La La Land,
Goofiness.
imagination land. That's where Rudy lives.
He just doesn't realize his position.
He can't even get his facts straight. Oh, he's so fruity. That's the best name for him. Fruity Rudy.
Rudy. Rudy, you're
so
small.
fruity.
Why should we pay attention to you?
Yeah.
You're small.
Yeah,
if
I've
the
never
Patriots
seen
or
a
the
guy-
Steelers or the Cowboys, we good into the Cowboys though. But Rudy, 2 trophies in 70 years. Why would we be impressed? We don't care about your expiration dates. A legacy is a legacy. History is a history. You can't erase it. You're small.
He can't talk. He can't even talk about anything Rams affiliated on his show. He has to talk about us to get views.
Living in his head, rent free. What does that tell you?
Every day. Rudy, we live in your head rent free. We live in all your minions' head rent free. And you know this, or you wouldn't have a show.
And next year, we're playing 2 games. And hopefully it's not a game that it doesn't matter. So we can beat the Ram butt twice. They got away this year because the 49ers didn't want to waste any bodies on them. Oh, you know what? I hope it's not. I was praying that didn't happen this year. Continue sweeping them. I wanted to get to about 20 games in a row before they stop.
Yeah, they're not going to have a defense again this year. Same thing. Their defense is horrible. I mean, you can sit there and talk about, Cup and what's his face? Apuka Kalua, whatever his name. I call him Apuka Kalua.
I actually respect him, but you know what? Cooper may last 2 or 3 weeks, maybe. Cooper comes
and Sigbee, he's hurt.
Yeah,
Sigbee really got
they're
hit
at that
hard.
point in their career where they're going to get hurt. That's all there is to it. So no worry
and,
with them.
Stafford, what's Stafford costing them every year? $40 million?
40?
Yeah.
How you build around that kind of price?
That's insane. And we're complaining about how we're going to pay Ayuk or keep Jennings around. We're fine. I think both those guys are going to get signed, Ronbo. I really do.
Yeah.
And what happens every year when we have this discussion? The players readjust their contracts for everybody to come back.
Yeah.
It happened this year, did it not?
And we love doing that again this. I'm sure. But Brian, we gotta go. Hey, let me see you Sunday, and we'll have more fun.
Ronbo, no negativity. Stay positive, man. I know we lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and we're still badass.
Come on, everybody, stop crying. Stop crying. We're still the best team in the NFC. Come on. I know it's going to be tough to get past the Chiefs, but Man, I think it's going to be Chiefs-Niners again. I just see it that way.
That's going to really piss off a lot of
Yeah.
people. I knew they were not happy.
I don't
But that was
care.
the most viewed Super Bowl of the since God, what year? That's the most viewed program. Period.
And probably Kelsey and Taylor Swift will be broke up by next Super Bowl. They don't have to deal with that crap again.
All right, we gotta go. We gotta stop clowning.
All right,
See you
guys.
Sunday.
Rombo, love you. Love the fam. Have a good night.
Thanks, fam. You know we love you too. Have a great night, Brian.
All right, bye. Bye.
RG says Purdy equals Cousins or Purdy equals Breeze? ? Purdy needs to be given some time to establish who he is. He doesn't need to be Cousins or Breeze. I think he needs to be Brock Purdy. The jury should take a seat. Don't convene. Brock Purdy has a season and a half of games under his belt. And he's accomplished more than most quarterbacks from rookie year to second year. Can good sense and rationale please take over? If Brock Purdy looks like he does now, imagine what a little seasoning is going to do for him. There's no need to pass final judgments on Brock Purdy. It's getting sillier by the moment. RG, thanks, but let it wait. I don't. Breeze and Cousins don't move. Brock Purdy will take off out of that pocket in a heartbeat. He just depends. He's got that kind of good sense. So let him have some time. He'll be fine. Oh, all right. Let's go to the Georgia Peach himself. He is Trez. Trez, get in here, man.
Ronbo, what's going on with you?
Trez, man, we sit back here looking bad again like we did at the same time every year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God, you know what I've been saying? I mean, at least it was a little further this year than last year and the year before that. And the year before that.
Well, Ronbo, we done heard it all. I done heard Kyle Shanahan is a high-class loser.
I know, there's some
Kyle
stuff out there.
Shanahan he's just a loser, period.
Yeah.
You know, he would never live up to his daddy, blase. Okay, we done heard it all.
We ain't heard the end of it yet. There's going to be more.
I'll still anchor back to what I said. This is a team loss. Everybody had their hand in it.
Plenty of people.
From the offense to the defense to the coaches to everybody. It was a team loss, just point blank period. We went there, we were unprepared as a team. And you think we would be prepared after seeing this team for the second time in this type of a setting, for all the marbles, we be on our P's and Q's, but
maybe got too relaxed, maybe, because I don't know what George Kittle.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, well, your boy was slurring at his presser. So hey, look, you're right. You got a little too comfortable, a little too. Yeah, but leadership reflects, everything, and Cal got to take a look in the mirror, a long look in the mirror. But my point tonight, Ronbo, real quick, is about the Steve Wilkes thing. I don't like that. People can say, well, Kyle didn't make him a scapegoat. He just felt like they didn't agree. Well, he could feel how he want to feel. I feel like he made him a scapegoat.
And Trez, I just want to add to this. At one point I meant to make too on that. Kyle, treat him like a grown-ass man. Call timeout. Just hold on and go over and quietly tell Coach how you're not happy with his play call. That throwing the face and cussing and swearing so the camera can catch it and showing that anger and rage. I was so embarrassed for Coach Wilkes. I said, oh, that was tacky.
Exactly.
You could have went over there and just told him I don't think that's a good call.
Right. We could point out plenty of calls Salah had that we didn't feel like it was a great blitz at the time. D'Amico at times had calls that wasn't so great either. But I'm just saying, when people say, oh no, he's not doing that. It's just that they didn't see eye to eye. No, he shouldn't have did this. I think he should have thought long and hard about it. But it was no need to make a change. The big thing that we've had a problem with, and before Steve Wilkes got here, was our secondary. And Steve Wilkes,
he improved it.
I'm telling you, Ronbo, he improved that secondary.
Yeah,
he improved
everybody
that
noticed.
secondary.
I think everybody would agree on that.
That was his strong suit. That was his strong suit, right? And I sit here and say, man, why didn't you just run it back, Kyle? I mean, all y'all should have just sat down at the table, come up with a plan on how we could better communicate, how we could better do things for this upcoming season, talk as men, and won't be no more up showing one coach, the head coach up showing the defensive coordinator, because you don't do that. You don't do that. He's been in this league long enough to have that respect. You know what I'm saying? And Kyle's accountability, Jed gonna have to pull back the reins on Kyle. I'm just being serious.
No,
he
you're
needs
right.
to sit down, have a talk with him, and pull back the reins because Kyle got freedom to do whatever. He really does. He
Yeah, I
does.
know. It's his team.
And he
could
does.
fire
Right.
John Lynch.
Right. It's his team. Right. And that's crazy. That's crazy. So with that being said, like I said, Jed needed to pull him in the office and say, look, man, I don't think that was a great decision you just made. And some of this hat wearing you doing, we need to come up with a better plan, because this is the second time we've lost in this type of fashion, been up and lost in this Super Bowl. Some changes got to be made here. And Jed needs to be a man and step up to the plate. Look, not be afraid to tell Kyle how he feels and what changes need to be made. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the second time. I put it in your hands, and you've blown it twice.
But you know what? See, the thing is, Jed does call him out from what I understand on the issue. The funny thing about it is, when Brock Purdy first, I don't know, a year before, Brock Purdy made a throw, and remember when Kyle was running around talking about it's the best quarterback I got in camp, and Jed comes out, looks at him, and Brock made some horrendous shot, did something, and Jed whispered to him, "This is the guy you were telling me about," and then he left. He said, "Jed did that really? That's pretty funny." Okay.
Yeah.
See, so every now and then they do get into it, but Jed does still give Kyle free reign.
Free reign. And you're going to have to pull back the reins now. I mean, this is the second time. So, and, we built on, a lot of people don't understand how this empire is built. You know what I'm saying? We built on tradition. We built on, we don't lose Super Bowls. This is new for us. This ain't something that we're accustomed to. And I'd be damned if we're going to sit here and just, have a coach that just is a high-class loser. We can't settle for that. We can't. Because you got people that love Kyle, and you got people that hate Kyle, and
There's no in between.
People, in between, right? You know what I'm saying? You know how I feel about him. I done jumped off to get rid of him bandwagon, but at the same time, I feel like he's gonna break through.
I do too.
He just got to get out of his way. He got to get out of his own way.
Trez, Madden went through the same thing. And then he went on to dominate for 3 years, 4 or 5 years in a row.
Well, let's be honest. Andy Reid did the same thing.
Yes.
He went through it.
So that's why I say, you've got the guy that's knocking at the door, and at some point he probably will kick it in, and then he'll go on a run. So that's why I can't hate him. I really wish he'd
Andy
change
Reid
his behavior habits, but other than that, I still keep the faith in him.
A lot of people don't understand. They don't know about Andy Reid because they just now paying attention to Andy Reid.
I know, right?
But they don't know about his Eagle years of going to the NFC Championship, losing,
right?
Go to the Super Bowl, lose.
That's
and
what I was saying. Andy Reid. Yes, he got Mahomes.
And get him Mahomes, and now
anybody can win with. Well, not anybody, maybe, but most coaches can win with Mahomes probably because the dude is just phenomenal in his skill. There's only one Patrick Mahomes, and Trez, when it's all said and done, do you know he could be the greatest quarterback in football history? He really could.
He could be. But, that remains to be seen. But
it does.
We'll see. But like I said, I just feel like Kyle has the skill set. He has that skill set that Andy Reid has. He just got to get out of his way. Certain things got to be changed within Kyle Shanahan. He got to stop not wanting to play rookie people. He got to stop putting people in the doghouse for nothing. He got to stop. It's just the little small things.
Childish.
When CMC fumbled, he went away from him. You see what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden we ain't getting the runs no more. We going empty backfield. It's Jordan Mason. We on the 4-yard line. Jordan Mason should be entering the game at this point. He's a bruiser. He's a pounder. He would have got that ball in there. I mean,
Kyle's got
the small things right.
But he's got a raging temper, and that's what causes him to do those things. He gets, like you said, he gets besides himself, and lets his emotions get in the way of good judgments. And now, because that thing he did on the field when he got all crazy mad for Wilkes calling that cover zero, you don't need to get that mad, Kyle. Just go over there and tell the man, time out. We're not doing it.
But here's the thing, Ronbo. Who can know if that play wouldn't have got home?
Well, see, that's
Who
right.
can know if the cover zero would have worked?
But if you don't like it, don't do that. Just like Kelsey lost his mind. There's too much drinking going on in Vegas. Kelsey went over there and damn near threw Andy Reid to the dirt. Whoa. What is wrong with you people today? God, Jesus.
Well, look, thanks, Ronbo. Shout out to you. Shout out to production. Shout out to my brother from another mother. I see Vader over there in the chat. Shout out to everybody, TNT family, man. And Ronbo, look, we on the next year, big and better things. But like I say, it was a bad look for Kyle to do that to Wilkes. And it's going to be hard for him to even get a job now, man. Like you
right?
Really think
How many
about
times
the
you get fired?
consequences you're doing.
Especially
That's
people
right.
think it's
This man has a family to feed, man. And you sit up here and waited to the last minute to decide you're going to let him go. Come on, we don't do that.
And preceded that with a fit on the field. Hey, by the way, Trez has a question there. I mean, not Trez, but Big Show. Ask Trez if he's going to bring the bag back. Do you know what he's talking about?
You remember when I wore that 1 in 15 what we went 1 in 15, 1 in 14. I forgot what it was. You remember I had the bag on.
That's right. That bag, the paper bag.
The early Ronbo years. Yeah. We were 1 in 15.
Trust me, let me see you Sunday. Don't put that bag on. I'll see you Sunday.
No. We'll never go back. We should never go back them days, Ronbo.
No.
Have a good one, Ronbo. Thank
you too, fam. Appreciate you, Trez. Always great to hear from you. Night, fam.
Night.
So you can't go to the Super Bowl and MCCG and put a bag on. When you go. Who had a bad record this year? When you go 2-15 or. You got to put the bag on there, but you can't do it now. Vader!
What's up, Ronbo? What's going on, man?
This is how we do, Vader. We support. We keep ourselves.
We support
amused.
each other.
Yeah. We keep ourselves amused to the point it doesn't matter.
You know what? Let Trez preach, man. I agree 1,000%. It was just ugly how that whole Steve stuff went down.
Yeah,
I really do. Man, you know what, Trez? What he stated was, man, he's got a family, Ronbo. We don't do this. This ain't the Niner way, brother.
I know.
We don't do this. But just to add, but just to add, just so the folks know out there, I can kind of guarantee about 80% this was more of Lynch's call, not Kyle's.
In what way?
I don't want to get into specifics, but you'll hear it down the line. I was in shock about the whole thing. It was a lot of things going on in the locker room. Fred pretty much took over the defense, Ronbo.
Oh, you mean for Steve Wilkes?
Yeah, for Steve Wilkes.
No, that's true. Too many people have already confirmed that.
And then what kind of put the nail in the coffin wasn't so much, again, I totally agree with what you stated, what Trez stated about, I don't think that he's a grown man, brother. You don't do that to him. You respect him. He's a coach and he's the leader of men, and you don't act like that, especially during the Super Bowl. But when Greenlaw went down and I seen Fred Fred was crying, man. He's the dude. We got a weak link. I can't do. And Boza went over to him, man. We got to do this. We got to finish this, man. Whatever we need to do to get this done, we got. You don't understand. He's taking care of that side of the field, and he's not there now. Oh, did you see Patrick? Oh my God, Greenlaw's out. He got so excited because he knew that Thunder wasn't going to come no more on that side of the field.
And Greenlaw,
But
he hits with extreme prejudice. He's not trying to not hurt you. So,
right, yeah, but he was, he was keeping that side of the defense on check. He runs as a captain too, Rombo, and Huff not being there also kind of hurt us a little bit.
Yeah.
There too, we
experience.
Right. But I just wanted to kind of add that kind of what it'll come out a little more down the line. But again, I'm with both you guys. I'm pretty shocked about the whole thing with him. I think they should have did give him another. I think they should have gave him another chance, man. They should have brought him back. It's just I'm more of your old school of thinking, Rombo, and maybe Trez too. I just get tired of switching coordinators and coaches. We've done that already. We've had the brown bag on our head. I just want more of a stable thing. But again, it's a two-way sword. We had people exiting the building, going to other teams before even the Super Bowl was here. How does Adam Peters go? Okay, I understand. You could talk to him. We can make that, but you're still a Niner, bro, until the season's over, man. They keep taking all of our coaches and stuff like that. It's kind of hard and it gets frustrating because now it's like, who are they going to bring in, stuff like that. But what I would like to see on the defensive side of the ball, if we could have kept Wilkes, bro, and brought in Sherm, bro, to kind of alleviate that pressure from Brett. And I think Sherm would have kind of motivated these guys to kind of stay. Bring them in as a assistant, not assistant coach, but a DB coach.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned that during the podcast here.
It'd be great.
That you had that agreement. But another thing too is I want to give this one a trade, dude. I was screwing around with Cam Newton. Man, I mess with them. I go like this. Hey, Cam, these are your words, Cam, not mine. They're your words. I tell him like this. I know. I go like this. So right now, in my eyes, Patrick Mahomes is not an elite quarterback. Under your rules, is not an elite quarterback in the Super Bowl. And everybody's out. What are you talking about, Vader? What are you high? What's the matter with it? I'm going off of what my friend Cam stated.
Yeah.
He said that Brock Purdy was not a quarterback. He didn't trust Brock Purdy in the Super Bowl. Well, I don't trust Mahomes because Brock, remember, he's his supporting cast. I trust Mahomes supporting cast to the refs. With all the holds they were given, of course, Mahomes is going to tear you up if he's not getting flagged for what's going on.
Yeah. Ain't nobody playing no backyard football anymore. Cam,
Right,
I don't know what he's talking about. Everybody's trying to do Kyle Shanahan's system anyway. So what is he talking about? And Cam,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying because Cam didn't do that well in the Super Bowl, and everybody knows about Cam not committing to that fumble. So Cam, I don't know where he comes. You know what kills me, Vader? People have no right to talking louder than everybody.
At this day and age, brother, he's just trying to get likes. He's trying to get some
attention.
You know what? Yeah. I love him. Cam's cool, bro. You know what? I come on. I'm not gonna do. I hate this person. Oh my God, this person. You know what, dude? I love everybody, man. And I give everybody an opportunity for it. But if you're going to come across the table and make statements that this kid had to pick up Kyle's offense, that's very difficult to do. And then I think I just told Cam like this. I think you guys are upset. ESPN's upset. Everybody's upset because they're only paying this kid the minimum.
Yeah.
Right? When you got all these superstars crying that they're not making enough money.
Mm-hmm. And
right. Go ahead.
Cam couldn't run the 49ers system. The system is not like he would portray it. That is hard as hell to do. So anybody who thinks that's easy, you got another thing coming, and you need to read some manuals on football. That's just stupid. And then another thing, Cam never could throw accurately. He could throw the ball out of the world. But who was he throwing it to? Cam was good at running the ball.
Yeah,
was
he was
his
he was
thing.
he was good at running the ball. He was a dual threat quarterback. You know, I give him all the accolades, bro. He made it to a Super Bowl.
I
I
know he
do, I
did.
do.
He
Again,
did.
but the thing is,
He
I'm
had a
going back to
team.
this, Rambo. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it. If you
Everybody's mom
even
taught him that.
think, right, yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, fam, I'm just telling you, dude, brother, next year, brother, if you don't got nothing positive
Good to
to
say,
say
then
about this
shut
kid,
up.
and if he makes a mistake, you call him out, that's cool. But to say because of his supporting cast, somebody's got to deliver the ball, brother.
Vader. He had a system he couldn't do in New England. So I don't know what he's talking about. We got to go
I know,
before we get thrown out.
I know, but I know we can go back and forth all day with this.
Well,
Rambo.
let's do it
But
Sunday. We got more time.
no, we'll do it. We'll do it again. But again, I love everything Trez had to say. I'm sorry that Wilkes is gone. You know me, I don't like this coaching carousel stuff, but it is what it is, and that's what that's what we're at right now. And hopefully we can make a better decision going down the line as far as the hiring. You know, we'll see. We'll see. We'll you know, I got more to cover, but we'll cover that on Sunday, brother.
All right.
Again, heartbreaking year for our family, brother, but we'll stay strong, man, and we'll be back. And there's no need to put no brown bags on our heads, not just yet. But anyways, shout out to production for this year, brother. I understand, you know, we didn't get that chip, but we'll get it next year, bro. We'll get it next. And I'll leave you with this, Rambo. Let me go. Let me go on Radio Ronbo Sports, and you have a lovely evening. And shout out TNT, Big Show, and the rest of the fam out there. And hit that like, hit that subscribe. And you have a good night, Ronbo.
You too, Vader. Night, fam. Yeah, Cam Newton. I got such a kick out of Cam Newton talking. Cam, you carried the team because you didn't know any other way to do it. You have no talent when it comes to throwing timing passes. You can throw the ball deep downfield, but that's all you do. After that is run, Cam, run. You had a defense that was next second to none. So Cam Newton, please spare
and remember, Rumbo, he had McCaffrey also.
That's what I wanted to say when he was doing that interview. By the way, Cam, you had Christian McCaffrey. What happened?
The best running back in the NFL.
And he was younger then, too. So, you know, Cam Newton, people take Cam Newton for the gospel. You got to be kidding me. Hey, wait, hold on a second, Bethel. Johnny Robinson, Kyle is a head coach and made the horrible mistakes to pass instead of run the ball, which is what got us there, all those 3 and outs. Yeah, Johnny, you know, Kyle, he's all there. That's what I mentioned earlier about coaches that don't know when to run the ball. I mentioned Harbaugh. I mentioned Pete Carroll. We've done it a couple of times now. I don't understand what goes through their heads. I really don't get it. And I wish somebody funked them on that question and say, Coach, you had a lot of momentum going, running the ball down completely downfield, and all of a sudden you went to the pass. Can you explain to us what made you make that decision? I want a reporter to ask that. They never do. You know, Bethel,
I
throw it in,
think
man.
somebody did ask, but
What's the
I
answer?
don't remember.
Kyle usually comes up with something. He
remember the
manufactures a great answer usually, too. Kyle amazes me with his answers. He's all like he knows he messed up, and so he prepares an answer for these questions.
Yeah.
Well, what they did is they changed defenses on us on different plays, and I didn't want to put my quarterback or my receivers in jeopardy of any kind of turnover at that point. And we also were having a little problem with the blah, blah. Kyle, okay, fine. Because you sound too prepared for this question. Because not at them times, Bethel, he gets it done, though. But there are times that Kyle. But anyway.
Yeah. Well,
you're feeling on the coach and the coin toss, the now infamous coin toss.
I know that kind of pisses a lot of people off. Like, how you don't know the rules? Like, now you blaming the rules? Like, I rather him on the last drive have all your playmakers out there, because I don't know why he had Debo sitting down. Because if you have the playmakers out there, they can't block all your playmakers. So I would have had all my playmakers get at least some 5 yards, get whatever yards you're gonna get, and then go on that 4th down and get a touchdown. If you don't make it and they make a field goal, we're still gonna lose by 3 points. So at least I would have been happy right there because you went for it. Just call the right play.
Yeah.
You know.
Bethel, do you play? You play very many computer games?
Yes, I do.
Do you ever catch yourself trying to make a decision that's making you crazy? You know, I sometimes
Yeah.
think Kyle is dealing with that. You know, he looks at his options, and maybe 3 out of 5 times he probably does make the right choice. But then there are those couple of times that always show up.
Yeah, but I was actually right on I was actually right on a lot of things that I told you. Remember when I told you number 12 is gonna win the Super Bowl? Who won the Super Bowl? Number 12.
Who was number 12?
He used to actually play for the Jets. When this one guy told them that he was going to go to the Super Bowl and he was going to win the Super Bowl, and he did. He was the one literally that won the Super Bowl. And how did he know that?
Bethel,
That's the same guy.
Go ahead.
The same guy said that in the 3rd quarter, something's going to happen that's going to change the game. What happened?
The guy that you said the 49ers are going to lose. I remember you talked about that guy before. Yeah.
Yes. On the 3rd quarter, what happened? It touched the ball on one of our guys. They got it and they scored. That changed the momentum. That changed the game. That was a big momentum change.
And they gave him 7 points.
And he said, yeah. And another crazy thing is that if our kicker would have made that 1 point and whatever happened in the outcome, the Vegas would have lost so much money because a lot of people bet over, and who were the money on? The Chiefs. So Vegas, this would have been the biggest loss that Vegas would have actually lost if it wasn't for that 1 point that Moody missed, and that kind of saved them.
Yeah.
But they still lost a lot of money.
Because they didn't have enough time. It would have been we would have won by 1 point.
Yeah. So you know, and also, you know, I even got my jerseys today, and it's kind of sad when you see these jerseys. They're pretty bad at jerseys. We didn't win it, but.
Oh, you mean yeah.
Yeah, the Super Bowl jerseys.
It's just amazing. You know what? Unless if the 49ers were to get in the Super Bowl again, I wouldn't bet on it. I would watch it and enjoy it. If they came back another year, I might bet on them. But, you know, they don't. They need to learn how to win the big one. It's like, it takes more than talent because they've already got the talent. There's no doubt about that. But don't get there and come back dry.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, and I've seen that the defense coordinator for the Chiefs had a lot of respect for Brock because he said a lot of really nice stuff about Brock.
Because he was having trouble with Brock.
Yeah.
He knows they escaped.
Yes, he was.
He knows.
Yes, he was.
Chiefs escaped. They didn't win. They escaped. You know, that ball bouncing off a Luter's leg.
What the funny?
That ain't, man. That's like remember that Super Bowl Giants game. Ball hits a leg. I don't want to mention his name because it makes me Kyle Williams. I'll never forget you as long as I live. You and Darrell Luter Jr. both. You know, it's these things have to happen.
You know what the crazy thing about it is that everybody's mad about picking up our quarterback CJ Beathard.
Yeah.
But did anybody know that because of CJ Beathard, we end up getting that last draft pick that we picked up Brock?
I know. I saw that
So
video.
if it wasn't for CJ Beathard getting that job, we would not got Brock, and we would not even had him with the 49ers.
Through the process of draft picks, I know.
Yes.
Bethel, I love nostalgia. Listen, let me see you Sunday, though, and let's continue with more 49 football. Feels
All
good to
right.
talk about. After not talking about it all week, I was getting miserable. But now that I've talked about it, I don't. It's okay. We're still one of the best teams in the NFL. All right.
Yes, we are.
All right.
Hopefully, everybody keeps their head up. The only thing that kind of did piss me off is I've seen all these 49ers fans breaking their TV. What are you doing breaking your TV? Don't want to be like Dallas Cowboys fans.
Jalen, I mean, Bethel, most of those guys aren't even 49er fans. I think there's a bunch of actors from other teams putting on an act.
Probably they are.
I bet they are. Those are not real TVs either. But hey, I'll see you Sunday, Bethel. All right?
All right, see you Sunday. And let's go Niners.
Yeah. Yeah, because I ain't tearing up my TV behind no game. You know, the Cowboys may be doing that, but I really doubt seriously 49er fans are doing that. Those are people from other teams. But making it look like, hey, take an old TV they found somewhere that doesn't work anymore, put it on the wall, and go nuts. You know how dangerous that is? Nobody can be throwing no TV on the floor like that. Hey, hey, Jalen.
Steve Wilkes and Lovie Smith just can't catch a break, Ronbo.
Yeah, I know, right? Both of them just.
It's Steve Wilkes, Lovie Smith, Eric Bieniemy just can't seem to catch a break.
I think he got fired too.
But,
or you're right. Bieniemy's gone too.
Yep. Ronbo just Kyle. That first of all, Ronbo, it's not even a fire that made me lose respect for Kyle Shanahan. It's the whole he was an outsider looking in comment. Like, Ronbo, that's very unprofessional. That was very unprofessional. And if I'm a defensive coordinator coming to the 49ers, now I got that on my mind.
Mm-hmm. That's why they're not going to get one. I just know Holland's going to get that job. They're going to have to promote from within. Because anybody else comes in and don't know the system, here's what you got to do. Now, you ain't bringing none of your people over here, and I want you to learn this system and add to it. Okay, why'd you call me over here then?
Ronbo, Kyle Shanahan is the reason we lost that game. Whether y'all wanted to bring it down to the offensive line, Ronbo, I told you earlier, the right side of the offensive line was not good. Oh, no, Jalen, but the offensive line's been looking good. Oh, I said, Ronbo.
No, Brock was getting out the way.
The Commanders. Ronbo, but we've been consistently saying every offseason, the right side of the offensive line needs to be addressed. The right side of the offensive line needs to be addressed. Kyle Shanahan, that's your job to address that. Ronbo, that's his job to address that.
I know it.
I mean, so everybody's saying, oh, it's not on Kyle, it's the offensive line. He put those guys out there. So, I mean, like, Ronbo, you didn't show up offensively, Ronbo. That's all it come down to. You had 9 plays in the third quarter, and 8 of them were pass plays. Like, what are we doing?
3 and out 3 times in a row, back to back. Oh.
And then that whole third down situation, Ronbo, reminds me of the Cleveland game. You got a fresh set of downs. It's 45 seconds left. You at the 26-yard line. You got 2 timeouts. Yep. He runs the ball and he goes for the field goal. Why, Kyle? Why? You don't take a shot for the end zone. Why?
Ask him. He won't tell you.
Ronbo, like this man, he chokes. He chokes in the biggest moments, Ronbo. He chokes every time.
And he gets embarrassed when you ask him. You see his face when the media people ask him those kind of questions, and he'll say something like, and try to make them look bad for asking the question. Kyle's becoming a real character. Damn
Ronbo, here's what I do. I trade Deebo Samuel. I get a first and a second, and then some kind of way, I'm bringing Kyle Pitts to the 49ers to pair him with Kittle.
Ooh, and that's all Kyle needs is someplace to play where he can get away. But you know what? He's in a good situation now. They made some changes over there. He might be fine.
No, they ain't. Ronbo, no, they're not.
You don't think
He
so?
done. He don't want to be there no more. Ronbo, they done wasted like 3-4 years of his career.
It has been that long, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And him and Trey came in at the same time because I remember I wanted Kyle that year, but knew we weren't going to get him because the 49ers weren't about to trade no 3 picks to go get Kyle Pitts. I knew it was a quarterback, but yeah, man, Kyle right after the next pick too.
Ronbo, Kyle Shanahan, he's a joke. I don't Ronbo, as long as he's the coach for the 49ers, he's not going to win a ring with us. He might win a ring somewhere else,
Don't say that.
but he's not going to be able to get over this hump here. Ronbo, even when Mahomes isn't in the Super Bowl, we lost to the Rams. You find a way to lose the big game, Ronbo. I mean, damn it. Like, dude. Like, Ronbo, he's not going to be able to get it done. Look at the team we had. You're not going to get any better than this.
I know. Last year's team was good, too. And the defense wasn't pissed off about the system we was running on D. So they were even more dangerous.
There's no excuse, Ronbo. There's no excuse for 8 pass plays and 3 straight 3-and-outs, Ronbo. There's no excuse for that.
Why? They keep coming up
And
manufacturing
then if y'all want
ways.
to say something about the offensive line, Kyle is putting those people out there. He's not addressing the pieces. It's his job to put the pieces out there. He's the head coach. If he was the offensive coordinator, he'd get a pass.
But they
He's the head coach.
Priorities. The offensive line, for reasons unknown, is not priority one. Why? It shouldn't be. It better be this year.
No, Roma, we're going to get a defensive lineman.
Oh, I'll lose my mind. Oh, my God. Why would
He's not going to start. He's going to start in year 3. He's going to start in year 3 like Drake Jackson.
Jamie, you know what? Hey, but first round, if Kyle does that, you're going to see people bum rush the facility wherever they're doing the draft, trying to get at
When
him.
was the last time we had a rookie come in and make an impact? I mean, Kyle sits his rookies every year.
Hey, good question. Oh, Nick Bosa.
Nick, Mama, that was 5 years ago.
No, what were you saying? I was talking about since Kyle got here. When's the last time
I'm talking about recently.
A first-year rookie?
I'm talking about recently.
No, we had a number of mess-ups after Nick. Yeah.
I mean, Kinlaw hadn't done nothing.
He looked a little better this year, but not like a first-round pick, but he did look better.
And Trey Sermon, he didn't do anything.
But Trey Sermon wasn't a first-round pick, though. What? No. Second,
Danny
third
Gray.
round.
I'm talking about rookies in general.
Oh, yeah, well. I still
Danny
have
Gray, where you at?
trying to learn how to block.
Where you at?
Danny Gray refuses to block. Until he does, he's leaving. TDP, I think they jettisoned him somewhere else, too.
Cam Latu. Well,
Oh, that's the worst. Hey, Jalen, we got to go. I'll be back Sunday. Cheer up, fam. It'll be all right.
Mambo, Kyle needs some accountability.
Well,
that was just, Mambo, that man is unprofessional. He was an outsider looking in. I wouldn't want to come here. I would not. If I'm a coach, that's what you think. Nah.
That was tacky. And that throwing a fit on the field, that was tacky. You know what? We got to go. I'm going to see. I'll look for you Sunday, fam. All right? Get in here earlier. It's off season again like the last one. Did Jalen leave? Poor Jalen. He's really upset. Hey, Steven. Steven.
Ronbo.
Yeah.
Hey. How you doing, Ronbo?
Dude, you know, for a 49er fan that's done this too many years in a row, I mean, you know, you're as good as you can be, you know? And this is why that we have to listen to the riff we listen to from teams that are below our feet. I mean, I'm talking about guys who support teams so low they can sit down on a dime and swing their feet, or talking trash, trash, trash. And I hate putting up with that, although we should be above that. And I'm doing better. I'm not communicating with anybody talking trash about the 49ers this year. I'm feeling good about myself too, Steven. Don't bring yourself down to the level. You heard that Steven, you heard that saying? Never argue with a fool. Onlookers will never know the difference. I quit.
Yeah. I was watching the game on Sunday, and I thought I had a bad feeling from what happened with the fumble, and when it ended, I was just
You talking
not
the fumble,
again.
first quarter fumble, or that one at the second half where Luda Jr. hit his leg, and Ray was trying to pick it up, and they got it. Which one? Both of them were disastrous.
I would say the one that really hurt me was the Rayway. I was like, no.
I know, right? That's what I said. You gave him the ball inside the 15-yard line. Oh, you can give him that 7 points right now. Damn it! I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to make those kind of mistakes in that game with that team.
Yeah. Like, he should have just let it go. Like, don't touch it.
Well, he didn't see it. Hit him in the back of the leg. He didn't know it hit him. But the thing is, dive on the ball, Ray. Stop trying to pick it up. You're not going anywhere. Just dive on it, Ray. Oh, what are you trying to pick it up for? He didn't do that. Trying to pick it up to do what? You can run with it? You're not running with that.
Ronbo, this is going to be an interesting off season because we have a lot of people that are free agents, and I don't know, it's going to be like, I don't know if we want to sign Chase Young again or Ray or.
They're going to have Nick's going to restructure his contract, I'm sure. The 49ers get together on that every year and start restructuring.
What about Jennings?
Jennings, we got him anyway. Jennings is a still unrestricted free agent. Restricted free agent. We get to keep him for 2.8. I'm sure they got that money already counted. If another team wants him, they have to bid higher, and we have the choice of matching that offer. Or if we let it go, that other team has to give up compensation along with taking JJ. Nobody's going to do that. He's a good player, but I don't know if teams are going to go that far. So JJ's not going anywhere, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, and when we lost Greenlaw on Sunday, I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do for that. Oh. Greenlaw's the Energizer Bunny out there. He outworks Fred Warner sometimes. I don't know what to do about that.
He's one of our best players. Like,
he is. Those two rookies we got, one of them has got to shine because he ain't coming back until mid-season at the earliest.
Yeah, the owner, Judd York, he spoke before the Super Bowl, saying champions are like, and look at you now, Judd. Look at you now. But it's just disappointing, Just disappointing.
It's beyond that. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even teams, and last time we lost the Chiefs, they were a damn good team. They had Tyreek Hill, Nicole Hardman. They had all kinds of guys. What's his name was younger, Travis. I mean, they were a good team. Their defense was average, not bad, but they still had that killer, Chris Jones. Again, Jones killed us last time, and he killed us this time. So the 49ers, you want to go after somebody? See if you can get Chris Jones the hell up out of Kansas City and put him in Santa Clara.
Oh, and then Jake Moody, when he missed the field goal, I was like, oh, my God. What?
I know. That 1 point did make a difference, too, but it got blocked. It wasn't. Jake could have put more trajectory on it, but it got blocked. He did just miss.
And like you said, we didn't lose this game. It was like we didn't lose. The Chiefs could have not won this game. It was on us. Like the Ravens, the Bills, like
them too.
Yeah.
Both teams, Bills. Yeah. They gave it to him.
Yeah.
Ravens gave it to him. I watched both those games. I said, we ain't giving them nothing. Well, yes, you are. Yes, we are. We're giving them all anything they need. We can give it to you guys. You guys want some? You guys need anything extra to drink before we go? Damn it, Niners. There's intensity issues sometimes with our team. George Kittle was pretty blasé. That film they shot of him sitting over there talking trash to one of the Chiefs was uncalled for. George, you've changed.
Yeah, what were you doing, George? Oh,
Come
my.
on, George. Get your head in the game.
Ronbo, what do you think of the Steve Wilkes firing? What do you think's going to happen?
I understand that there was a problem with the locker room more than anything else. The guys in the locker room were having all kinds of problems with them. They talked that up to the point. And one thing about the 49ers, if that locker room group, they got Trey Lance had to sit down because of them. There's been some other moves made, and also this was a move made that got Wilkes fired. That locker room has got juice. If they don't want something, they got a group. I don't know who the representatives are, but if they say we don't like this, Kyle will make a change.
Oh, yeah.
Because he doesn't want to lose the locker room. Steve, we got to go, though. Let me. Sunday we'll continue, though. All right? Looking for you. All right?
Oh, you'll be here on Sunday?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'll be there, Ronbo.
All right. Looking forward to it, Steve. Appreciate you, fam.
Nice talking to you. Nice talking to you, Ronbo.
Always. Thanks, Steve. Bye. Yeah, fam, that little clique in the locker room, boy, those dangerous dudes. If they don't appreciate you, whether you be a player, coach, can you imagine finally getting Kyle thrown out? I mean, I don't know why I thought that was funny, but they got power. They're like a lobbyist group. Hey, Tony. This is the same sound I made last time. I don't know what goes on with Tony's. Tony?
Rambo.
There you are. All right. Tony.
What's up, Rambo?
Well, we're sitting here licking our wounds and crying like we do. We gotten used to doing this. We do this all so often. And, it's the thing, the coin toss, the very unclassy manner of which Coach Wilkes was asked to go.
That was dirty. I thought so.
Yeah. I don't know.
I understand the business side. Kyle Shanahan's got to take some blame.
He won't.
2019, Raheem Mostert, 9 yards. I'm talking about the drive. I'm not talking about the pass play. Who's that receiver y'all had? Sanders. I'm not talking about that. That was the next series. I'm talking about the series before. Y'all had them. Y'all up by 10. Y'all were out to like the 40, 42-yard line after the 8-yard run. Then 2 incomplete passes when you should have ran the ball. You'd cross midfield, and you'd have methodically mowed the line down the field and the scoring on that drive.
And who knows better than you about Kyle Shanahan with them little bonehead moves?
2016, I'm not even going to go there.
God, Kyle, a lot of us would have made a better call than that. What did you do that for?
Yeah. But, Ronbo, I want to talk about, was it 3rd and 4? Y'all was at the goal line. Yeah. Y'all got the ball. Y'all took the ball. If y'all would have scored a touchdown, the game would have been over, right?
Yeah. I mean, that was it. I mean, that's when Chris Jones came in wearing a Superman outfit and knocked Purdy to the dirt.
Who was the right guard? Burford?
That was Burford over there at guard. Yeah, he let him go. And Jones is
he
smart.
Cost y'all the Super Bowl.
He knew to
go back and look
do
at that play again, Ronbo. I know where he threw the ball to Jennings. Ronbo, look at the other side. Ayuk ran an end pattern. He shook the corner. The corner fell. He was wide open, Ronbo. I heard that. I saw some videos. Brandon Ayuk is depressed too, Ronbo.
Yeah.
He was wide open.
I really wish Brock would have scrambled out of that pocket for just a second so we could see. Because a lot of times he did. If he just would have moved out of the pocket, as you've seen Jones coming, you're quicker than he is. Get out of that big moose's way. And let an offensive mind get over there and work with him for a second.
Burford didn't do anything, Ronbo. He didn't touch him or nothing.
I
What
know.
was he thinking on that play?
Burford just got blown past. Either that or he got paid,
Oh,
but
my
he was
God.
slow.
Saw that play on the All-22 Ronbo, y'all, that won the Super Bowl. Brandon
I know.
Ayuk shook that corner. Sneed fell. He was wide open for a
So that means he
touchdown.
had 2 targets, and he would have saw Brandon Ayuk most likely had he moved out of that
He
pocket.
would have if he had time.
And
If
then
he had
again,
time.
and if he had time. But he saw Jennings was just glowing like a light, and he just knew he had that. Here comes Chris.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ronbo, to talk about Cam Newton.
yeah.
Cam Newton needs to shut up.
He really does.
And I know better than anybody because he was in the NFC South. We used to kick their ass all the time. Even their 15-1 season, they went to the Super Bowl. Who you think the one loss was against? It was against us. Julio touched them for 248 in Carolina.
Oh, I remember that game. I was laughing because they was almost undefeated that year, and here comes the Falcons. Bam! What?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Then the year we went to the Super Bowl, we beat them twice. Matter of fact, that first game, week 6, that's when Julio had that 300-yard game. Matt Ryan threw for 540-something.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? We got a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
I mean, Cam, he
300
came out of
Julio,
nowhere.
300-yard game.
I mean, he just came out talking. I don't know, Cam, you didn't have sparkling years every year. Why? If you're
only had
Tom
3 good
Brady
years.
or somebody,
3 years out of 11.
yeah. I mean, if you're somebody that did something other than do them yoga commercials, I mean, you ain't got no right to be talking like you're talking. And by the way,
He asked me this question.
Go ahead.
Remember his rookie year, right?
Yeah.
Cam Newton had a decent year, rookie year 2000. The great class of 2011, that's when Cam came out. First round, Julio, Von Miller, a lot of great players that first round in 2011, right? Why did Steve Smith leave after his first 2 years with Cam Newton? Other than Carolina not re-signing him. He got out of there. Why is that? Steve Smith is a future Hall of Famer. Went to Baltimore as an unrestricted agent.
Who left?
Steve Smith. Remember Steve Smith?
Oh, Steve
was
Smith,
an all-time
yes.
Carolina.
What do they call Steve Smith?
Why did he leave?
I wonder. How come? Is there some reason? Is there a story on that? Because I never got that. Why do you leave?
I've never heard a story on it, but I bet you there's something to it. He was an all-time Carolina Panther.
Hey.
He just up and left.
Cam had Steve his first couple of years, right?
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember because they came in there and Cam and company beat the 49ers. Well, it wasn't all about Cam. They had a great defense that year. They also had, who's the running back?
Steve Smith, D'Angelo Williams, Jonathan Stewart at running back.
Stewart.
Nice team.
Oh, I remember that bowling ball. Oh, that dude could hurt you running the ball. Man.
I like D'Angelo Williams.
But I didn't know which one, but I know one of them running backs was heavy, low center of gravity, and was hard as hell to bring down.
Jonathan Stewart.
So Cam went out there carrying the team by himself like he would have you to believe. I don't know, what is he talking about?
Cam had a rocket arm. He had a great arm.
Oh, yeah.
But do you ever hear about Cam doing a lot of film study, like the Peyton Mannings and the Tom Bradys and the Matt Ryans? Do you ever hear about him study? No, because he out at the club smoking cigars.
And his accuracy was for crap. And Cam Newton whistled the ball over a man's head at 100 miles an hour in a heartbeat. So I said, you know what, Cam, he's scary because if he starts running, he's going to be hard to bring down. And that's what he did better than anything else. He can't race around that corner, and if he's got more than 10 yards behind him, you need to be concerned about bringing him down because Cam would jump up in the air and kick you in the face getting past you. He was vicious. But I don't know if Cam could talk about carrying a team.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No. Ronbo, to agree with you and I think about 3 callers back, didn't Jonathan Smith, the former second-round pick from Tampa Bay, was Kansas City's left tackle. They picked up this year, right?
Yep.
Okay. Then they picked up Jawan Taylor from Jacksonville. Didn't Jawan Taylor have the most holding calls of any tackle in football?
Yes.
Out the AFC, football. Up and off sides, holding. You mean to tell me he played the perfect game in Super Bowl 58? I saw a lot of holding.
According to
Like
Vinovich,
Ella said.
same as last time. And that's what Kyle pulled him
Yeah.
over. Listen, if you're not going to make the calls, that's one thing. But if you're not going to make calls, then make it the same way on both sides. I said, how do we get Vinovich and nobody else gets him for the Super Bowl? That's intentional.
Yeah.
Because that hurts the 49ers. If you're allowed to hold, that's all you need to do to hold down Shanahan's offense. The hell, that should be all you have to do to hold down any offense.
Mainstream media is trying to sabotage Niner Empire in chat. If you heard anything,
Wait, who?
talking about that there's this mainstream media, they're trying to say there's discord. They're saying y'all getting old. Now, I think it's something too, Brandon Ayuk being pressed. They're saying Brandon Ayuk gonna leave because he's depressed because he was wide open on that play. I haven't heard anything about that. I do think he's depressed, but I haven't heard anything about him saying he's gonna leave. I haven't heard anything.
No,
about
in
that.
fact, he sent a note to the
media is fabricating these stories.
I know, right? No, he actually said he just sent a message to 49ers. Yeah, no, I just want to know how you got here. So he's trying to take responsibility for making, having impact, and he did. But I don't think we have any 49ers are really upset with being the team.
Who you guys gonna franchise? You know yet?
It's a good question because the 49ers hate doing that. They'll let you go before they do that. I don't know. They got their A-list players, and I don't know on the A-list they're going to franchise tag. We got a lot of guys making a lot of money, though. I don't know. We got some guys under contract already. I don't know. That'll probably surface in just a little bit, though.
I need to let Spencer Burford go around, but he cost y'all a world championship.
I have no problem
Didn't
with that.
make an effort.
I mean, Spencer, and if nothing else, his reflexes are too slow. Burford, stand your big ass up. What are you doing? You're still down in the
Hey,
stance.
in front of you, man. Don't let him just go right by you. Yeah. Didn't touch him, Ronbo. I'm like, what is this guy looking at?
That's why, while I didn't appreciate Feliciano making that comment on Twitter, I felt what he was saying. Burford, wow. How did he get past you like that? I didn't know from what you just said. This is the first time I heard it. I didn't look at it again because during the game, I didn't finish watching the game because I didn't watch the overtime.
It's going to make you mad. That play's going to make you mad. And then I saw Christian McCaffrey, 22 carries, 80 yards. How come you ain't run the ball more? 22 carries. You should at least had 29 carries. Goes back to him not running the ball more.
Well, you know what? What's his name? He learned a lot this year. I'm thinking next year you're not going to be able to get Brock Purdy in the same fashion. He's got the whole season to work out, unlike last year. Contrary to what people believe, they don't understand. Brock Purdy did not give a chance to work on his game last offseason. It was all about rehabbing last season. So that arm's going to feel stronger this year. He's going to have he's got a lot of experience now. This is why when people talk badly about him, what the hell are you talking about?
That's all right.
I mean, really.
He's going to go back to the Montana's house. Him and Joe going to be working secretly.
Well, that'd be great. Give him a place to let him stay out there. I know Joe's got enough facility. Brock can just move on in for a few months. And every day, go out there and work.
Yep. And work.
And just talk with him.
Ronbo, don't listen to anything that you might hear in the future about mainstream media. They're saying that y'all's house is divided. They're saying that y'all old. I'm like, why y'all coming? The Niners got one of the strongest bonds of any team in football. What are y'all coming up with?
Well, the story's already out there that the committee in the locker room has fired Steve Wilkes, but I do believe to a small degree, but they had justification in the beginning. They told everybody they weren't happy with how Steve Wilkes was running things. Tony, you can't change. The way Kyle Shanahan did it was wrong in the first place. Yeah. Don't bring him in here and tell him all I want you to do is to accentuate what we already do here. Whatever you had in mind, don't worry about that. I want you to learn the playbook. Here, read this, digest it, and come out and see if you can apply whatever additional things you can do to improve this defense. But I'm not changing it for you. And you're not bringing in any of your people. This is what you're going to do. Steve Wilkes accepted that. And right then and there, he put himself in a big trouble because Kyle wasn't playing. You're going to do what the same thing D'Amico did. That's why don't hire anybody from outside, Kyle. Just hire from within so people already know what you want, and you ain't got to be worried about what's going on with that defensive coordinator. Just do what you do.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The Texas boy is gone now. The Texas boy, not Texas boy, Rams fans. Y'all want to trade up to the 8th spot? Y'all pick 19th. We'll give y'all the 8th spot. Y'all got to give us y'all's first round pick this year, next year, 2026. Our second round pick this year, next year, 2026. And y'all third round pick this year, next year, in 2026.
And the Rams will do it. No matter what anybody says, the Rams are still about F them picks. I guarantee you. Because the Rams they're going to try to buy another championship, and then look like they look just like. Because you know what? It'll be 3 years next year, and if the Rams don't turn that fool's goal into something special, it's going to be funny to have Rudy run around. He's still flying them pictures of the Super Bowl parade and all this and that and pounding his chest over something that happened 3 years ago. Rudy, you already made a fool of yourself this last season. Boy, you'll be a bigger fool than that next year. Keep running them play same things on social media. Nobody, Tony, when's the last time you seen a team run? They've only got 2 trophies in their entire existence. When's the last time you seen any fan running what they were excited about for 1 year over and over years afterward?
I haven't.
And you won't.
I haven't.
It's embarrassing. The 49ers got 5 of those things years ago. We stopped running those things a long time ago. Because it doesn't.
The Rams got bigger problems. They need a new offensive and defensive coordinator.
That's right. Their people left, didn't they?
They're still picking.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, the defensive coordinator's our new head coach, and their offensive coordinator, now our new offensive coordinator. I guess McVay gonna call the plays. Huh?
And how many people are left out there, OCs? McVay did that himself. Okay.
Well, I don't know. Belichick's not going to be a defensive coordinator. He's not going to do that. He wants control.
He's not. Tony, we got to go. I'll be looking for you Sunday and talk some more football.
You guys keep y'all's head up and just don't listen to this smear campaign. You're going to be hearing stuff. Yeah. But like I said, I do believe Ayuk gets depressed.
Well, yeah.
I do.
Well, he's seen how the other guys get paid. He knows he's going to have to go through the same thing. I hope that's not it, though. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, Tony, always a pleasure. Talk to you short. Oh, by the way, I was looking at Bo Nix. Bo Nix has got as much time. Bo Nix was playing football back at school when the last Bush administration was in office. That boy's got all kind of experience. Now I know why you might want him. We got to talk. Let's bring that up on Sunday.
He was a failure at Auburn. He was at Auburn first and then transferred. But look what he did at Oregon with the right tutelage.
There you go.
On the ball all over. They got him picked. They got him going in the teens though. Right. So matter of fact, one mock got the Rams taken. I'm like, hell no.
All right, we really gotta go. We gotta go. I'm gonna see you Sunday. We'll
all
talk
right,
more
sir.
about
I'll see you
that.
Sunday.
All right.
Yes,
Night,
sir.
Tony.
Take care.
You too. All right. I feel better already. I wasn't feeling awful. I went through 2 or 3 days of awful. This is getting better. But I just still, wow, every time you think about what should have been, what could have easily been, it just sends you into a rage. Niners went in there and beat the Niners. Anyway, fam, see you Sunday. Let's talk some 49 football. And fam, thank you for the contributions. I just did not forget that. Thank you so much. And please subscribe so we can give you those notifications so you can get on back in here and call in and let's just talk. Hit like. Forget rules. Don't forget. I know.